Now, Twilly. 1, 2.
Where the bee sucks, there suck I.
Suck, suck, suck,
suck. Right, lads. Now, just hold it there. Now, I realise that since the Governor, at George and Charles's suggestion, of course, has arranged that B Block is to give a concert at the Tower of London, which every prisoner in B Block quite naturally wants to be in the choir, but lots of you, unfortunately, can't sing for toffee. Order, gentlemen, please, order. So I think the best thing all round, both to satisfy my aesthetic judgment and to ensure that all of us still go on the outing, is that the ones I now indicate, the growlers, that is, will kindly mouth the words rather than actually singing them, all right?
This is sort of sound.
Right. Basil, mouthing only.
You were flat.
Billy?
Oh, right.
Winston?
Yeah, right on, Nigel.
Tommy, mouthing?
Right.
Fingers?
Really?
Yes, mouthing.
Suit yourself.
Now, gentlemen, let's try again with some heartfelt mouthing as well as singing. Right, from just before suck, 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 suck. 1, 2.
Where the bee sucks, there suck I.
Suck, suck.
In a cow's lips, well I lie.
Oh, no, stop. Now, you just mouthed it as well, Bullet Head.
No. Not that. No one calls me that. No one. Not anymore. No one calls me B-H.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Bullet. I mean, Cyril. Yes, I was forgetting, sorry. Now, would you just mouth as well, Cyril?
Certainly, Nigel. Charmed to be of assistance.
Right, Cyril. Now, once more, gentlemen. Twinny, you start. 1, 2.
Where the bee sucks, there suck I. Suck. In a cow's lips, bell I lie. There I count when owls do cry, when owls do cry, when owls do cry.
A Right Royal Rip-Off by Wally K. Daly, with Peter Jones as Charles, Lockwood West as George, Bernard Bresslaw as Bullet Head, Charles Hawtrey as Fingers, and Donald Hewlett as Governor Smith. A Right Royal Rip-Off.
Under the blossom that hangs on the bough,
Merrily, merrily shall I live now. Under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Under the blossom that hangs on the bough.
Gentlemen, restrain yourselves. Gentlemen.
And lady, Mrs. Chairperson.
Sorry, Mrs. Sopworth, and lady, of course. Thank you. Now, could you please try to control these outbursts? We are, after all, making decisions that affect the lives and release dates of many of Her Majesty's most recalcitrant prisoners. And I think it essential that this parole board retains its sense of what is and what is not decorous.
Well, Governor Smith started it. Now ask him to explain his disgraceful attitude to the inmates of B Block in general, and to these two prisoners in particular.
Certainly, I'll explain,
Well,
Mr.
get on
Kent.
with it, then explain.
If only you'd all stop shouting for a moment.
Through the chair, Governor Smith.
Sorry, certainly I'll explain through the chair, Mrs. Chairman, Mrs. Chairperson.
Well, please do. It's nearly sherry time, and we've still got an awful lot of business to attend to.
Normally I would be the first person to admit that remission earned should be given. And the two gentlemen in question have certainly earned their remission.
Well, what's all the fuss about then? Let them go.
The fuss, gentlemen, and Mrs. Sopworth, of course.
Thank you.
My pleasure, is about the reaction of the other prisoners to the early release of these two particular inmates.
What's that got to do
Now,
with it?
we know they all took part in the great sales day robbery at Harades. £4 million removed in one day.
Yes, but they didn't get away with a penny of it.
That isn't the point, Mr. Thompson. They took it and paid the price. There's no denying it was the judge's favourite store. He admitted as much in court. And despite being a relatively young judge, at 87 years old, he confessed to still taking tea there at least once a week, if not twice. I admit he was somewhat severe, All the accused receiving 10 years each, except for these two, who, having impeccable records and having worked a lifetime for the Prisoners' Aid and Rehabilitation Society, as well as having met the judge a few times at receptions and things, received only 5 years.
What are you grizzling on about, Governor Smith?
I'm grizzling on, as you so graphically put it, about the fact, Mrs. Sopworth, that if you parole them now, after having served only 3 years of their sentence, and the rest must remain for a further 7 years, there's likely to be a riot in this prison.
Sorry to keep you, Billy.
That's all right. No rush. Got another 7 years to do as it happens. I'm not exactly in any great hurry.
Good. Couldn't pop the kettle on while you're waiting, then, could you?
Certainly. Be my pleasure, Charles. My folio case will be all right here, will it?
I'll keep my eye on it.
Ah, fine.
Charles,
Yes, George?
the clay for the pottery group has arrived at the main gate.
Right. The governor will look after that, then, when he's free.
Good.
How's it going, Warden
All
Wilkes?
right, then.
Oh, just
That'll be
tipped
all
up in the
right,
last
then.
of the classes out now.
Okay, found it.
Towards a greater understanding of policemen and their problems.
Well done. Use the Darjeeling, Billy.
All right.
There we are. Done.
Good.
And an impressive list it is as well.
I think it must be the busiest curriculum we've organised yet.
Without a doubt. You don't think you may have laid on a little too much this time? Silk screen printing, Silver Mark Appreciation Society.
If you remember, Warden Wilkes, you had the same reservations about the lapidary class and the art appreciation lectures last term.
So I did. Point taken.
The boys can't get enough. The whole of B Block's a thirst for knowledge and new frontiers, and George and I shall go on providing ever greater challenges to their newfound enthusiasm till the thirst is quenched.
Well, I must be off to the meditation stroke snooker room. Will you be along to hear the choir rehearsing later?
Well, there's still a few appointments on the book, but we'll try to pop in for a few minutes before they finish.
I see you then. Bye, Charles. Bye,
Bye.
George.
Kettle's on.
Many thanks, Billy. Want to show us what you've got in the folio while it's quietened down for a few minutes?
Certainly. Be my pleasure.
George, are you nearly finished there? Billy's brought his latest piece for us to have a look at.
Just marking the last paper.
There we go. What do you think of those two, then?
Wonderful.
Coming.
Am I right? First of all, Picasso. One real and one copy.
Got it in one, Charles. Or rather, in two.
Good Lord. Now, that really is quite amazing, Billy. From over here, you can't see a scrap of difference between them. Oh. Can't see any difference from here, either.
So which one's the real one, Billy?
I have a guess, Charles.
Well, I couldn't be certain, but I'd have a blind guess that that one's the real one and that one's the one you painted.
George?
Well, on principle, I usually allow myself to be guided by Charles in this sort of thing. He was, after all, in intelligence during the war. So that one is the real one, and that one is the forgery.
Copy, George, copy.
Oh, sorry, Billy. Yes, copy. No offence meant.
It's all right, no offence taken. It's all semantics in any case. Copy, forgery, what's the difference?
About 5 years, I should imagine.
Copy it is then. Well, it's time I was off. Many thanks for the interview at such short notice,
that's
Charles.
all right.
I was looking forward to your opinion, which I naturally value highly.
Yes, but which one is it?
Which one's what, George?
The real Picasso.
Oh, the real one.
Were we right?
Afraid not. Oh. You both picked the phony yet again. Well, I better be getting back to my cell, get this into its frame. Governor Smith said that if I let him have it by this afternoon, he'll get it back to the gallery and see if his friend there will let me have a Lautrec. Perhaps you'd let the governor know it'll be ready soon.
Of course.
Well, I'll be off then. Oh, it looks like the kettle's boiling.
I'll get it. Bye, Billy.
Bye. Bye, Charles.
Goodbye.
You all right? Bit deep in thought.
Yes, just a hint of a worry in my mind, George.
Worry?
Well, thought might be the better way of putting it.
Well, you want to share it?
Yes. How do we know whether it's the real paintings that go back into the frames?
I say, Charles, that's a bit strong.
Is it? I took tea with Billy last week in his cell. The walls are hung from floor to ceiling with unframed Picassos, 2 constables, a fat lady with a hole in the middle by Henry Moore, a Modigliani, a Monet, a Manet. Wall-to-wall paintings, George. You name the master and he's got at least one painting by each. And you know what, George?
What, Charles?
I think they're all the originals.
What?
In fact, being honest, I'm certain of it.
Good Lord. Well, surely we must tell someone. Governor Smith, perhaps.
Certainly not. It's only a misplaced sense of value that puts such a worth on the originals. No, I think leave well alone, George. But I do think best to let Billy know soon that I'm not quite the silly old duffer he's been taking me for these last few months.
You're not a silly old duffer, Charles. If anyone around here could be called a silly old duffer, it would be me.
Yes. Well, is that the last of this morning's appointments, George? Just check the book, would you?
Certainly, Charles, certainly. We've got to pop along and see how fingers sculpting is coming along.
Good, I shall enjoy that. Ever since Tommy the telephone's taken to playing his guitar in Finger's cell to help soothe his nerves, it's become quite Arcadian there.
Yes, quite delightful. Apart from that, there's only Bullethead.
Cyril!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Really?
Well, he wants to talk about his English lit examination, I believe.
Well, that shan't take long. So good opportunity to finish making the tea, eh, George?
Oh, indeed. Right off.
I don't know what we're going on about still.
Surely, if you could rethink the matter in even 6 months' time, it would be a help.
No, Governor Smith, this parole board as a whole has decided. And I would be pleased if you would accept our decision without further quibbling. They've served their sentences so far blemish-free. They've earned their remission, and they are to be paroled forthwith. Now, Sherry.
But
me no but, sir. Forthwith they are to be freed. I, the lady chairperson of this Her Majesty's Parole Board, have spoken.
Well said, lass. You stand up for your right. Well done.
Come.
It's only me.
Ah, Cyril.
How are you?
Surprisingly well, thank you, considering the inordinate amount of perusing I've had to be a-doing of relative to my forthcoming examination on the many mysteries of English literature. I found a great problem at first with Ode on a Grecian Urn, but I think I finally cracked it now.
Oh, good. Well, there we are. Tea's made and brewing.
But how's it going more generally, Cyril? Ready for the exams?
Oh, it's going quite smoothly, thank you. Well,
good.
very smooth indeed. In fact, smooth as monumental alabaster, as a fellow said prior to doing a Jack the Ripper on Desdemona.
Yes, go on.
Being honest, I never thought that education could be such fun. In fact, 'tis like the barber's chair that fits all buttocks.
Beg pardon?
All's well that ends well.
Ah, yes, of course, I suppose it would be, yes.
Shakespeare again, George.
Really? Fits all buttocks.
Appetite, isn't it? Not that I would have known before, never having had any until you got me started on this self-improvement course, that is.
Oh, good. Glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, lovely. Education's wonderful, isn't it?
Wonderful.
You know, I never could understand when the head of the gang was working out how far a tunnel or get into a bank vault, say, how he could possibly know the distance with just a map to guide him how far to dig like.
Yeah.
But once you've done geography and you learn about epicenters, you're home and dry.
What, Cyril?
Epicenters, George. You know, the little wheel on a stick for measuring lines on a map.
Oh, yes, of course, epicenters. I'd quite forgotten those.
And the things of interest you discover are really amazing. I mean, what are those long white things that Indians have dangling between their legs that they nonchalantly throw over their shoulders called?
Doties.
That's the word, doties. Well, they wear those doties to reflect heat so they don't get too hot round the crutch like.
Oh, how awfully interesting.
Yes, but what is the purpose of your visit today, Cyril? Is there something specific, or did you just pop in to chat over things generally?
Well, there was that thing about the past participle relative to the pronoun, of course.
Ah, yes, of course there was. Well, I honestly think the best thing would be to have a chat with Governor Smith. Grammar's not really my strong point, and he has had to do an awful lot of studying of grammar for his autobiography, so I'm sure he'll be able to answer any queries.
Right, I'll do that.
Anything else?
Well, just about my name again.
Cyril.
And, no, the other one.
Bullethead, you mean?
George.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one, which I'd rather not say. A few of the chaps still let it slip out, accidentally, I think. I mean, I know a rose by any other name should smell as sweet, but quite frankly, that particular sobriquet gets right up my hooter. And I would like you and George, if you would, to let it be known to everybody what my feelings are about it. Now I'm starting to get some small smattering of education like, and not unnaturally a more sensitive like nature like.
Certainly we will.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. You could also drop it into the conversation, subtle like, nothing too obvious or overstated, that the next person I hear calling me that shall have their legs ripped off and stuffed up their noses.
Yes,
something like that. But better than that, if you know what I mean.
Yes, it's similar.
Silken words are thread with gold, as Shakespeare would probably have said.
Would he?
Probably.
Safe and secure security.
Yes, Mr. Perkins speaking. Who? Oh, the Tower of London Chief Security's office. Yes, of course, yes, I'll certainly hold. The Crown Jewels cleaning contract. Please, let it be yes. Please, let it be yes. Yes, speaking. We have. Oh, that's wonderful news, Colonel, wonderful. No, I do realise how important the job is, and I do appreciate you ringing to let me know personally that the contract is ours. I'm sure that safe and secure security will serve you well. Pardon? Yes, it was a very good cabaret, wasn't it? Delightful little fillies. We must meet there again soon. Yes. Yes, I'll do that. Goodbye. Goodbye, Colonel. Yippee! We've got the Crown Jewels job. We've got the Crown Jewels job. We've got the Crown... Come. Yes, Doreen?
I thought I heard you call, sir. Was there something?
No, it was nothing. Just stubbed my toe. Back to work, Doreen.
Very good, sir.
By the way, it's just been confirmed that Safe and Secure Security has actually won the contract for overseeing the cleaning of the Crown Jewels at the Tower.
Oh, sir, that's wonderful news, Mr. Perkins. Wonderful.
Control, Doreen. Just another job. Nothing to get too excited about. Back to work now, dear.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Cannelloni phoned.
Cannelloni?
That's the one. Said please to call him pronto. Something the matter, Mr. Perkins? Not bad news?
Oh, no, Doreen, not bad news. Now, get me, Mr. Cannelloni. Now, no, wait. Get me my pills first.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, Fingers, but your calves are exquisite.
Not at all, Tommy. Nice of you to mention it.
And those thighs, so smooth, so sensual.
Oh, glad you like them.
And best of all, I think, are your little toes. Perfect little pearls. Each one a minor miracle at the end of a perfect foot.
Oh, you are awful. Make me blush if you go on like that.
No, I mean it. It's fantastic. You take your little thing there in your hand, hit the end of it with a mallet, and voila! Miracles in marble. Half a torso knocked out in no time.
It's only practice. I mean, I feel the same about your guitar playing, Tommy. I've got the nimblest fingers in the world when it comes to safe cracking. Fame for it. But when I see what you can do with yours, well, one quick wiggle and you're plucking up arpeggios out of nowhere. Well, there, you see. It almost puts me to shame.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. It's really all down to discovering your unknown skill and practising it, as George and Charles would say.
Yes, they would.
Oh, it changed my life totally, them getting me my guitar.
Now, Tommy, if you just stop playing for a few minutes.
Oh, certainly.
This is a bit difficult. Needs all my concentration for these last few taps.
Oh, I don't know how you can tap there without wincing.
Just a few more taps.
Ooh.
Da. Silence, please, Tommy.
Sorry.
This is the vital bit.
Fingers! Tommy, disastrous news!
Whoops.
Oh, nasty. Sorry, Fingers, but there's a meeting of all B Block in the meditation stroke snooker room immediately.
Music, Tommy. Please.
You know, George, sometimes I wake in the middle of the night when the world is peaceful and asleep and I'm comfortable and safe, snug in my bed, and I think, are there any other two elderly gentlemen adrift in this whole world as lucky as we two are? Biscuit?
What's brought this on, Charles?
What?
The musing, aren't we lucky, all that business.
I don't know, really. Just thinking, wouldn't it be awful if something came along to spoil it, I suppose?
I shouldn't think so. A bit unlikely. There's enough work here to keep us going for years yet.
True, but I do feel a strange sense of impending doom this morning.
What else can that be? None of the boys would ever disturb our brick.
Awfully sorry to disturb without an appointment.
Governor, what an unexpected pleasure. Come in, come in.
Popped in for a cup of weak Darjeeling. Perfect timing. I'll fetch another cup.
No. Thank you very much, all the same, George. Had something of a shock.
Shock?
Yes, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Turn the gramophone off, George.
How's your day been? Busy?
Fairly average, no great problems. Oh, I did suggest that Bullet Head contacted you with a grammatical problem he's somewhat baffled with.
Oh, fine. Be pleased to help.
And he has now apparently cracked the Grecian urn, by the way.
Oh, that's rather sad. I didn't actually know he had a Grecian urn, being honest.
No, the Ode. By Keats.
The Ode, of course, yes, good. Anything else for me, crop up?
Just to remember to collect the Picasso off Billy for return to the gallery.
I think it's a Lautrec he's after next, isn't it?
I believe so. It's very thoughtful of your friend there to be so helpful.
Oh, not at all. Charming man, charming. We've no real connection, you understand. Same prep school, Eton, Oxford, the Guards, MI6, that sort of thing. But nothing special. Every time I see him, I say, who'd have thought old Pumper Pemrose would end up as head of a gallery? And he says, who'd have thought old Stinker Smith would end up as an HM prison governor?
Yes.
But I would, of course, prefer that particular nom de guerre didn't go beyond these four walls.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, good.
So, he doesn't mind you borrowing them?
No, the exact opposite, in fact. He says the prison atmosphere obviously does them good. They all arrive back looking even fresher and cleaner than when they leave.
Yes.
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 Don't you think you'd better get it off your chest, Gov?
It's bad news, I'm afraid.
Bad news?
You both have to leave.
What?
You have to leave.
You can't mean it. There's so much work still to be done here. The men are just learning to trust us.
I'm sorry. I did my best, but the board was adamant. You are now eligible for parole, and I know you'll be as horrified as I am to hear it, but they are insisting that you are both released.
Good. Oh.
But how on earth would we manage?
It's iniquitous.
I agree. I tried very hard to explain that to them. Then I pretended the others might riot. Then I told them the truth didn't do any good. They pooh-poohed the idea that you might like it here and not want to go.
Like it? We love it. Yes. Never been so happy in our lives. 3 meals a day, plus cocoa at bedtime, comfortable room, place to rest one's head. No worry about what clothes shall I wear today. Helpful guards on every landing attending to one's every need.
Yes.
Not to mention the fact that one never receives any bills.
Personally, that's the best thing I like about prison. No bills.
I know what you mean, George. I had 3 final demands and a rate supplement alongside my lightly boiled egg this very morning.
Good heavens.
One simply can't survive. It's horrendous.
But more important is our work. We've done more to help these boys in the last 3 years inside than we did in our 30 years with Prisoners' Aid and Rehabilitation Society outside. We can't just let it all slip away, Governor. There must be an answer.
Oh, there must be.
I'm afraid not. You will have to leave. However, if by any mischance you should err again, you would have to come back and serve what remained of your sentence, plus whatever additional sentence you received. Not that you would, of course. Totally reformed. In a way, that's part of your problem, really. You're both just too nice. Too jolly nice. Charles, George, we, the entire prison, will miss you. Yes. Well, I'll let the guards know that you're to be allowed to come and go as you please until you finally leave. Give you a chance to get used to the outside world while still having a safe place to come back to, as it were. It's the best I can do, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Charles, this is calamitous. What on earth can we do? What on earth can we do?
Calm yourself, George. Calm yourself. We're not quite as reformed as the governor thinks.
Aren't we?
No, we're not, George. You and I are going to pull off just one more job. A job so big it'll set the whole world talking, make our last little escapade look like peanuts, and will guarantee us, when we're finally caught, prison for the rest of our natural lives.
Well, what do you think, Tommy?
No, there's no chance of an appeal to them working. I checked the recording I made of the parole board meeting, and the whole lot were adamant. George and Charles have to go. That Mrs. Hopworth started it.
Of course she would.
But what if they want to be released?
Of course they don't want to be released, would you?
No, but...
Well, there you are, then.
Well...
Listen, Basil, I've got a small bug in the rose Governor Smith is wearing in his lapel this morning, and I happened to catch him breaking the news to George and Charles that they have to leave, like. And I promise you, they were totally aghast.
Oh, well, in that case, what are we going to do about it?
I personally am in something of a quandary. If only I could think of the right person to punch, perhaps that would sort it out. But I can't think whom I should punch.
Violence isn't the answer, Cyril. But I do know what is.
What?
A little riot. It's the only answer. We'll have to have a little riot.
Hello? Yes, Governor Smith speaking. The Daily what? Oh, the Daily... yes. I've been expecting a call. It's about the Haradi Sales Day robbers' release, I suppose. It's not? Oh, what is it about?
Sir, you'll never believe what's happened.
Would you hold a moment, please? Plunkett, how many times do I have to tell you, knock on the door and then wait?
But, sir...
But me no buts, Plunkett. Oh, that's rather good, isn't it? But me no...
Sir, I honestly think
I am on the telephone. I'm sorry about that. Prisoners. Which part of the prison are they calling from? B block. Oh, no. I'm sorry, there's been some mistake. It's obviously a practical joke. B block would never riot.
Oh, yes, they bleeding would.
Plunkett, I will... What did you say?
I said, oh, yes, they bleeding would. There is a riot in B block at this very moment, sir. They barricaded themselves in the meditation/snooker room and are holding Officer Wilkes as hostage.
Good God, why on earth didn't you tell me, man? This could be just what I need for the last chapter of my autobiography. Come, Plunkett, to B block.
Sir!
Yeah.
Oh, mamma mia.
That creep from Safe and Secure Security's outside, Mr. Cloney. Shall I send him away?
No, send him in. I was expecting him.
You wish me to wait in case you want him chastised for anything?
No. I sent for him to compliment him. He's been a good boy now. He's organising our little money laundering factory very well these days. If I have you punch him, he will doubt my sincerity.
Oh.
Now, there will be other creeps to chastise. I, Mr. Cloney, promised this.
Oh, very good, Mr. Cloney.
Now tell this creep to come in, OK?
OK.
Come in, creep. Thank you very much.
Ah, Pukins. Good to see you, my friend.
Perkins,
Perkins. With friends, what does it matter?
Friends?
But yes. Did I not invite you to the mansion here?
I was actually a little worried about that, sir.
No, what's with this, sir? Call me Cloney now. We're friends.
Yes, very good. Well, I was a little worried about coming to the family's mansion. You see, Cloney...
Mr. Cloney, you cretin. Don't go getting too familiar with me, you punk. There's a Mr. before my Cloney.
Sorry. Misunderstood. Mr. Cloney, sir.
OK. Now we're friends again. Oh, don't look so worried. Oh, look at you. Your brows all are spotted with sweat. A little tick under your eye there. see, going twitchy. Your hand all shaky. What's the matter with you, Pukins?
You normally don't like me coming to the mansion, Mr. Cloney. Sir, it's not really safe that I, the head of one of the largest security companies in the country, should visit you. Oh. Not only Machine Gun Cloney's son, but the family's representative in England. And while I know that Safe and Secure Security actually belongs to the family, best nobody else perhaps ties the two things together. Wouldn't you agree?
You question my judgment?
Oh, no. Just thought I'd mention it in passing. And nothing else, just a thought, that's all.
Ah, that's good. For today, I like you.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
And I would not like you to spoil that for me. You have made my mama very happy. Oh, thank you, Pukins.
I have. Your mama. I didn't know I'd met Mama Cloney.
Of course you haven't met Buffino. She is a lady. But yes, happy you make her. She called me from Palm Springs. Mama is so proud, she said. Mama is so proud that the family has been chosen over so much competition to guard the Queen's jewel.
The Queen's jewel?
The Tower of London, stupido.
Oh, the new contract.
And when Mama comes over, she says she looks forward to trying them all on. Crowns, tiaras, in fact, all the Queen's hats and all the other stuff that ladylike ladies like.
Yes, but Mr. Cloney, that's impossible.
What?
The security's immense. There are alarms, gas, electric scanning, infrared trip switches, magic eyes, beef eaters.
Enough, Pukins. You want that you call my uglies to thwack you a little?
No, sir.
So it isn't good.
Who do the men who will be guarding the jewels work for?
Safe and secure security.
And who runs safe and secure security?
I do.
And you, Pukins, you ugly, cretinous, moroso dombino, who owns you?
Well,
me owns you, me! And if the Mama of Me wants to try on the Queen's hats when she comes on a visit, then the Mama of Me shall try on the Queen's hats!
You hear me? Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
Shouldn't be allowed, if you ask me, sir.
Plunkett, will you stop mumbling on to yourself? It's very disquieting. Very good of you to help out like this, gentlemen.
Pleased to be of assistance.
Oh, of course, any time. I went along to the meditation stroke snooker room myself, but they were shouting, hang the governor, with such ferocity, I thought best not pop in unannounced.
I shouldn't worry. Billy was talking about painting your portrait this morning. They were probably agreeing it was a good idea.
No, I still say it shouldn't be allowed. Prisoners being asked to stop other prisoners rioting ridiculous. Makes a farce of the old system.
It's not a proper riot, Plunkett. More of a demonstration, if you ask me, or even an improvised drama group, come to that.
I still think you should break out the riot guns and go in there shooting. Sir!
We haven't got any riot guns.
Gas canisters?
No gas canisters either. Too much television, that's your trouble.
Better than asking prisoners to stop other prisoners' riots.
Plunkett, if you don't stop whinging on, I'm going to send you straight back to the guardroom and not let you come with us to the riot, demonstration, improvised drama.
You wouldn't?
Oh, yes, I would.
Good Lord, I think you mean it.
I most certainly do. Now, will you be good enough to keep quiet?
All right. But I still...
Not another word, Plunkett, or it's the guardroom.
Ooh!
Right. What do you think, gentlemen? A gentle tap on the door, perhaps?
Good idea, yes. Yes.
Ah, it sounds as though whatever agreement they've come to has met with general approval.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Quatch, somebody's coming out.
Governor, I am the agreed spokesman for the prisoners.
Oh, that's nice.
We have decided unanimously to exchange our hostage for George and Charles.
Very good. Oh, by the way, Cyril, I believe you wanted to have a chat about a grammatical problem.
Oh, yeah, I would, if you'd be so kind as to help. Past participles, principally.
Certainly. Why not pop and see me later on when all this business is sorted out?
Love to. See you then. Thanks, Gov.
My pleasure. Oh, by the way, congratulations on the Grecian urn.
Oh, you've heard? I'm having a shot at his nightingale next.
Well, let's hope you bag it soon.
Hey? Oh, very droll, Governor, very droll. Right, in you come, George and Charles.
Very good. After you, George.
Oh, many thanks.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, Cyril.
Send out the hostage. Bye, Mr. Wilkes.
Thank you, Cyril.
See you later.
Look forward to that, Cyril. Past participles, eh? All right, Wilkes?
Oh, yes, sir. Fine.
It shouldn't be allowed, if you ask me.
Plunkett, enough! But I warned you! To the guardroom! At the double!
I've never known anything like it in my life. In all my years in the service...
Now, Wilkes, tell me exactly what happened. Every vivid detail.
All right. Thank you. Gentlemen, it's very good of you to be so caring about George and my well-being, and you're quite right, it is a ghastly thing to happen at our time of life.
Yeah.
But laying siege to the meditation stroke snooker room is, I feel, not really going to help an awful lot.
Well, it's more of a gesture, really, Charles.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I mean, once the rot sets in, it could strike anywhere. I mean, who knows which one of us might be picked on for early release. It's very worrying for all of us.
Now, listen, everyone, please. Charles has a plan.
Well, it's not quite a plan yet, George, but a thought. Namely, one more gigantic job. A job so big that'll make our last one look like small change and guarantee George and I B-block for life.
All by yourself?
Oh, no. We thought you might all like to help us out. Or, more precisely, help us back in.
But how? I mean, you're outside, being allowed to come and go as you please until you're released properly, as I heard it on my recording of your conversation with the governor, that is. But we're inside.
Not in 3 weeks' time, you're not.
Oh, the choir outing.
Exactly, Nigel. So if you're all to help, the date of the robbery has, of course, decided itself. February the 14th, day of the choir outing.
But, Charles, what's the job going to be? I mean, it'll take an awful lot to top our last caper.
That also has decided itself.
How come?
Well, gentlemen, where is your choir giving its special invitation Valentine's Day concert?
The tower.
Exactly. And what of inestimable value is lodged and carefully guarded in the aforementioned edifice?
The crown jewels.
Right again. Gentlemen, George and I would be very grateful indeed if you would all join us in our attempt on the day of the choir outing to remove the aforementioned baubles from the Tower of London.
Julius Caesar's ill-erected tower. How on earth will you do it, Charles?
No idea, Cyril. But George and I will pop over there and have a look round Caesar's erection tomorrow.
Really? That should be fun.
Something's bound to suggest itself. What do you say, George? A day out at the Tower?
Oh, yes, super. Look forward to that. Take a packed lunch, shall we?
Yes, good thinking.
And an episometer, perhaps?
Pardon?
Gentlemen, so nice of you to come at such short notice.
Nice of you to invite us, Colonel.
Yes, indeed.
Up with his head! Up with his head!
Beg pardon, Colonel?
Not me. Damn raven on the window ledge there. Go on, push off, you little black beggar.
A talking raven?
Yes, Mr. De Vere, we've 2 or 3 of them as it happens. I'd be pleased if you both keep quiet about it. Wouldn't do if it got out. Lower the tone of the whole place, talking ravens indeed. When I find which of the damn beef-eaters is teaching them, I'm going to string him up by his toggles. Yes, well, gentlemen, shall we be seated?
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. It's all works with me. I sit in. Yes, very comfortable.
I'll sit behind my own desk if it's all the same with you, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Right, introductions. Mr. De Vere, of Stones of Bond Street, Mr. Perkins of Safe and Secure Security.
How do you do, Mr. Perkins?
Pleased to meet you.
Well, gentlemen, we're breaking new ground here. This is the first year that Mr. De Vere has been in charge of the cleaning, and this will be the first year that we've ever used an outside security firm to oversee the operation. Being honest, Mr. De Vere, no offence intended, I was rather looking forward to seeing old Mr. Coots again.
No offence taken.
Every year for 25 years he's been popping in with his posse of cleaners, polishing up the pearls and pushing off peacefully. I shall miss him. Is he dead?
No, just retired. At 85, he decided to call it a day. Polished himself to a standstill for the royal wedding, apparently.
Sensible chap, then. Funeral will be a splendid affair. Times obit, gun carriage, all that.
I was taken on to replace him at director level. They felt that with my references, my background in the trade, my fine arts degree, plus the fact that I am engaged to Deirdre, the chairman's daughter, I was the perfect candidate for the job.
I suppose they would do, yes. Right, gentlemen, to business. Unless, of course, a quick slosh is called for.
What a good
Toast to
idea.
the success of our little venture, as it were.
Thank you very much.
Right, gin and tonic's all right.
Make one a double! Make one a double!
Faunt, you black monster, away!
Oh, bloody down! Bloody down! Bloody down! Bloody down!
Get off! Get! Dear, I do hope that wasn't a valuable piece.
No, just tourist trash. Sorry about that. Gin and tonic's all right.
Excellent.
Good. Better make them doubles, I imagine.
There.
You know, George, it's 40 years since I've been here, and it hasn't changed a jot.
40?
Yes, during the war. Had a little job to do.
Gosh, what a throng. Never seen so many foreigners gathered together in one place before. Except for one night in a little place in Tangiers.
A motley United Nations collection indeed. I should imagine every country is represented. I haven't heard English spoken since we've been queuing here. Still, nearly at the head. I'll give you some money, shall I?
No, it's all right. I'll get them. My treat. Here we go.
I'll wait by the entrance.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Just to put you both in the picture generally, before we get down to finer points, the Queen's Company watch the Crown Jewels, the Yeoman Warders watch the Queen's Own Company, the soldiers watch the Yeoman, and I watch them all. Until, of course, the week ending the 14th. I'll be your sweetheart. Valentine's Day, that is, when the Jewel House is to be closed to the public. The Queen's Own Company, for the first time in history, goes off to help the Queen create pageantry in Patagonia. Then your cleaners move in to clean the jewels, Mr. De Vere, and Safe and Secure Security move in to keep watch, Mr. Perkins.
Will my men be expected to wear the beef...
No. Just their normal caps and coshes and things will do.
And as I stood steel-eyed at the meditation-snooker-room door, relaxed but ready to spring instantly into action if there was the least danger to the two prisoners, the two elderly prisoners who had so bravely volunteered to... Oh, damn! If it goes on at this rate, I'll be in my grave before this flipping autobiography goes to press. Come.
Only me, Governor.
Oh, Cyril. Pleasure to see you. For one dreadful second, I thought it was going to be that awful Plunkett again. Take a seat.
Thank you. Oh, Plunkett's all right, really, Governor. Underneath that is. Once you get to know him, like, I wouldn't be surprised he had family problems. A harridan of a wife or unlovable children, perhaps.
Yes, they usually are, aren't they?
But, as Shakespeare said, let's purge this collar without letting blood.
Hamlet?
Richard III. I think he just needs a little love and affection, really, Gov.
Richard III?
No, Plunkett.
Well, there's a very Christian attitude on your part, Cyril, but I must admit I find his whining on all the time very hard to take. Very hard indeed. Being honest, I pray for the day when, as Shakespeare also said, his silence will sit drooping.
Richard III?
Hamlet, just after alas poor Yorick.
I'll have a little chat to him first opportunity that presents itself tomorrow, Governor. See if I can get to the bottom of it.
I'm glad the spot of bother yesterday got itself sorted out.
Wasn't much of a riot as riots go, was it?
No, but it'll make quite a nice chapter for my autobiography.
Oh, good. I'm pleased about that. I was even more pleased yesterday with the realisation that George and Charles perhaps won't be leaving us after all.
Really?
Yeah, but best not to talk about it, of course, Governor, as I wouldn't like any possible suggestion that I might be a grass to soil my name. Shades of Iago, as it were.
Of course not.
But I do think I'm giving nothing away if I simply say that the imminent danger of their release might have been safely sidetracked for a little while, i.e. 20 years.
As long as that? Oh, that's wonderful news, wonderful.
Past participles, perhaps?
Of course.
And though not having taken charge of the operation before, I have, of course, been well briefed by our Mr. Coote.
But of course.
As you know, Colonel, the jewels aren't seated and glued firmly, but in fact lightly clipped in their mounting, so it's no great problem getting them out of the settings ready for dipping in the acid bath for the cleaning. And, of course, to check that no plastic stones have made an appearance since the previous year's cleaning.
Good Lord, just lightly clipped.
Yes, not commonly known that Mr. Perkins can't go gouging them out of gold every time they're cleaned.
I mean, isn't there a danger that if the Queen is going along in her carriage on some state occasion, she may sneeze violently and inadvertently scatter all the stones in the crowd?
Now, all the jewels in use are naturally firmly fixed, Mr. Perkins.
Besides which, H.M. does not sneeze on state occasions.
No, of course not. I was forgetting.
By the way, Colonel, there is one small change that I shall be making this year.
Oh, yes, what's that, Mr. De Beer?
Instead of completing the cleaning of the jewels one case at a time and then replacing them, as in previous years, all the jewels from all the cases will be stripped and the gems cleaned together.
Really? A somewhat unusual break with tradition.
We have been requested on the highest authority to have a total weight and present-day market value put on the whole collection. As soon as the last stone has been removed, I shall make the valuation myself, and naturally needing complete quiet while making the assessment, I will do it after the cleaners have left.
And on whose authority is this taking place?
The highest.
You mean?
Yes. I will naturally have the necessary documentation prepared and signed by the authority concerned, and will expect cooperation from both your good selves in keeping the matter secret.
Secret?
Totally. Gentlemen, I may be walking very close to the bounds of what I'm allowed to tell you of this matter, so let it suffice to say that the higher authority concerned may, in a very unusual manner, be about to clear the national debt once and for all.
George, this must be the Traitor's Gate right here.
Yes, so it must be. Leastways, that's what it says on the plaque there.
Really? Oh, so it does. Well, that's got that sorted out. At least we know where we are. Good Lord, George. Look who's just come out of the base of that tower thing.
Where?
50 yards down to the left.
I can't see. Oh, yes, I've got them.
Good Lord, they're coming this way. Quick, behind the map. Don't let them see us.
Well, I'll be blowed. What on earth is Perky Perkins doing here?
Never mind Perky. Didn't you see who the other one was? The one the Colonel chappie was calling De Vere.
No.
It was Brian.
Brian? Brian who?
Brian Thompson.
Sorry, Charles, it doesn't ring a bell.
Who was our personnel officer on the Haradi's job, who got all our men working in the store, who damn well double-crossed us, who got off scot-free while the rest of us ended up in B Block.
You mean Brian?
Exactly. The man that officer kept calling Mr. De Vere is Brian Thompson, con man extraordinaire. Come on, let's follow them.
Yes.
Hear what they're saying.
Yes.
Fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you don't mind me saying this.
What's that, Tommy?
Well, I think you're making her right one just a sort of fraction higher than her left one.
Now, no chat for a moment, Tommy. Oh. This is quite a delicate bit.
Yeah, I suppose it will be. Oi! Careful, Fingers.
Oh, damn. That's the third nipple I've had off this morning. I'm sorry, Tommy. Did it get you?
Well, no, it just missed.
Oh, play something soothing. I need my nerves calming.
I wonder how George and Charles are making out.
They'll work something out. Good chaps, both of them.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be funny doing a job without worrying about getting caught and ending up in Nick. Because we're already in Nick.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they need me to open the strong room doors for them.
Oh, a bit of a challenge, like, eh?
No, piece of cake. But I could make it look good. Touch of sweat on my brow as I put my ear to the cold steel door listening to the tumblers click. Everyone standing around with bated breath, knowing that without my skill, the whole caper crumbles, even though I already know the combination as it happens.
You do?
Yes, common knowledge. Queen's birthday, 21st of April, 1926, which equals 2141926. Plus the last digit, which changes depending how many corgis she's got.
Well, I never.
Easy when you know how, Tommy. Oh, no. There's practice underway already. Come on, Tommy, let's be off.
Yeah, but we're only mouthing now.
That is not the point. You know what a temperament Nigel's developed since he's been in charge of the choir. Any absenteeism, even among we mouthers, and he'll drop us from the trip to the tower as quick as a flash.
Move along now, ladies and gents. Keep moving.
Oh, it's no good, Charles. Get any nearer to them and they'll spot us.
Dash. Now we'll never know what they're up to.
Now here's an interesting thing.
God, you made me start.
Start, you say? You nearly finished me.
I've been watching you two gentlemen and find it quite fascinating. Here's people paying fortunes to come from all over the world to look at the crown jewels, I say to myself, and these two gentlemen arrive at the jewel house and look at the people. Why, I ask myself, why? So, here I am. Tell me, gentlemen, why do you look with such interest at the people rather than at the baubles on display?
Well, we thought we'd recognise the chaps with that military-looking fellow over there, as it happens. But it's not the people we thought, I don't think.
Oh, as mundane as that?
Afraid so.
Oh, pity that. I had hoped it might be something slightly more original. If not professional people watchers or pickpockets, perhaps persons perusing the place prior to pulling off the perfect robbery of the crown jewels, trying to suss out where the alarms were, things like that.
What an amusing idea.
Not that it would do you any good, of course.
Really?
Oh, yes, it's impossible. I've been here 5 years now and I've never worked out how to do it.
You've spent some time thinking about it.
But of course, never stop. Favourite hobby of all of us. Every guard in the place is constantly turning it over in their minds, but it's just not on, I'm afraid.
Those gigantic safe-like doors at the entrance are the problem, I suppose.
Oh, no. Oh, that's probably the easiest part. They never let us catch sight of the combination when they open them, but I reckon it'll be 2141926.
The Queen's birthday?
That's the one. Plus the number of her corgis as the last digit, I should imagine.
Good Lord. How surprising.
No, just common sense, really. After all, in the final analysis, it is her clobber.
I suppose it is, yes.
No, it's getting past the soldiers to the safe door that's the main problem. And then, when you've got it open, your troubles really start. Scratch your nose, blink anywhere near the jewel cases, and there's alarm bells ringing all over the tower.
Oh, difficult.
Impossible. The only chance would have been in the middle of the month, and the rotters are sending us lot off to Patagonia creating pageantry with the Queen, so that's out.
Why in the middle of the month, exactly?
Well, that's when the Queen's going.
No, you said that was the best possible chance.
Oh, well, just between you and I, as you look honest enough to share a little secret with, they take the stones out for cleaning then.
Really?
The smooth-looking geezer who you thought you recognised is from the cleaning company that does the job, and the ferrety-looking mon beside him is from the security company that takes over the guarding of the place while we're away.
I can't see how it's easier having all the stones out.
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You'd need a truck to take this lot away, wouldn't you? But all you'd need for just the stones would be a decent-sized carrier bag. And that's where all the value is, in the stones.
So beautifully hot in here.
I thought this is the way you like it best.
Oh, it is. Fantastic. Love it. The only way to make the cares drift away.
Relaxed now.
Totally.
Would you like me to give you a nice, gentle beating, darling?
No, I'm still tingling from the last one.
How about pouring a little more cold water on? I love to see the steam rising from it.
yet?
No, I just want to lie back and relax and not think about anything.
Me too. Brian? I think having the sauna put in was the best suggestion you've ever made for my flat.
Plus the stereo.
Plus the stereo. Brian? Is everything going to be all right?
Yes, everything's going to be perfect.
But supposing Daddy and the rest of the board find out what you're up to?
Nobody is going to find out what I'm up to. I've matched every gem perfectly. My replacement stones can't be told from the real thing except by the experts. They'll go into the settings the day after the 14th, and nobody will know that they're imitations and that the real ones have been stolen until the following year, when they're dropped in the acid for cleaning again and just melt away. By which time you and I, my little darling, will be married and the world away.
You know Daddy will cut me off from the family fortune without a penny if he finds I'm involved.
He won't find out. Nobody will. In 1 year, anybody could have stolen the stones. Besides which, if he did cut you off, we'd be able to buy the firm 100 times over to make up for it.
Let's hope that won't be necessary.
I promise you it won't. It's foolproof. There is only one small fly in the ointment.
What's that?
When I was at the Tower today, in the Jewel House as it happens, I looked up and saw 2 old boys watching me. And I could swear I knew them from somewhere.
Really?
But I can't for the life of me remember where.
But to me, no more buts. Mama is coming over on the 14th, St. Valentine's Day, the anniversary of a small family achievement, and wishes to see and feel the crown jewel, so she will see and feel the crown jewel.
It's impossible, Mr. Coloni.
Oh! Not only is he stupido, he is deaf. I say Mama is seeing the jewel, he says she isn't. Who is the idiot here?
He's Mr. Coloni.
Well, why are you just standing there? What do you think I pay you for? Slap him.
Oh, sorry, boss. Wasn't thinking.
I said slap him, not so hard. It's my property you're damaging.
Sorry, boss.
Right, Pukins. Let's start again. Pardon?
Aye. Said yes, sir.
Good start. Now, you drive a security van belonging to the firm and to the tower every day, yes?
Yes.
The day of the 14th, in the van, is me, Coloni.
But, Jacob!
Wait till I tell you. You started to think for yourself or something stupid like that?
Sorry, boss.
In a moment, perhaps. Okay, Pukins. Listen good. Safe in the van is me, Coloni. Also in the van is my mama. We are both wearing a beefeater's costumes, eh? My tailor in Savile Row is already making them up. Mama, she makes a fur line because she feels the English cold winds. When all of the jewel cleaners and all of your men have gone, you get us out of the van. We go into the vault, open it up. No problem with the combination. Except we've got to know how many corgi dogs the Queen's got at the moment. And Mama, she holds the crown jewel, tries things on. And then we all come back here for one of her spaghettis.
But, Mr. Coloni, there's soldiers on guard.
How many?
2 on each entrance, plus patrols.
No problem. Stand the guns. Knock him out for half an hour. No harm done, eh? But, Pukins!
Yes, Mr. Coloni.
One more bat. Well, just one more bat, and I will break pieces off you and hit you with them.
Are you all sitting comfortably?
Yes, Charles.
Then I'll begin.
Isn't this exciting? You know, I think I could really get to enjoy robberies.
George.
Sorry, Charles.
Well, gentlemen, our trip to the Tower was supremely satisfying.
Supremely.
You've got a plan.
Indeed we have, Tommy.
Indeed we have.
You've started repeating everything I say again, George.
Sorry, Charles.
Glancing idly through the guidebook, we noticed to our surprise that there's only one building in the whole of the Tower where it states that you must not go inside without an accompanying guide.
Oh, which one's that, Charles?
The Chapel Royal of St. Peter ad Vincula.
It's Vincula.
Thank you, Cyril.
That's the one, next to the Jewel House. And we asked ourselves the obvious question...
Why? Exactly, why? And I realised I already knew the answer. I had known the answer for over 40 years, ever since the Second World War, in fact. It just hadn't struck me before. Remember, George?
But, Charles, what if somebody catches us in here unaccompanied? It does say very clearly in the booklet that it's not allowed.
Couple of doddery old duffers like us, George, obviously innocently lost our way. Which way would you say the Jewel House was?
Well, now, let me see. I'd say in that direction.
You're probably right. Right. Let's gently wander over there, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, beautiful tapestry work around the altar.
Yes, delightful.
That's probably why they have to have a guide. Keep the vandals in check.
You could be right, George, you could be right. But there again, you could be wrong. So this wall would be the nearest to the jewel house, you feel?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Because if there was to be a tunnel, this is the wall it would have to go under.
What? A tunnel?
Yes, George, a tunnel. The one thing about being in intelligence is always store away and remember that which surprises you. Never know when it may come in useful.
Surprises?
At one point during the war, there was a distinct possibility that the tower might become the government's final boat hole. A team of us were asked to do a feasibility study and report back. My job was to check all existing plans.
Good heavens.
Well, the boat hole idea finally came to nothing. Hitler backed off. But the thing I remembered about my bit of the research was, in the earliest plans, going back to the misty edges of history, the place was always shown to be a veritable warren of underground tunnels. And the later plans showed no tunnels at all. For some reason, someone had decided all knowledge of the tunnels should be hidden.
But why?
I can't be sure, but it was around the time of the gunpowder plot that they disappeared from the drawings, so it could be something to do with that.
You mean the secret tunnels could still be here?
I'm sure of it. The difficulty is going to be finding the entrance to them. Could be anywhere. Secret panels in organ pipes. A statue that slides aside. Anywhere.
Nobles to be pressed on stony walls?
No, not nobles to be pressed on stony walls, George. This isn't Enid Blyton we're talking about here. It's some giant of medieval ingenuity, something much more subtle than a noble on a wall is called for.
Well, they might have used a novel.
No, George.
I must confess, I always had a longing to find a novel that made, for instance, a bookcase slide aside in some large country mansion.
There is no bookcase to slide aside, and this is not a large country mansion, George. It's a chapel in the Tower of London, and nobody in their right mind would use a novel to reveal its greatest secret. A sliding coffin, yes. A novel, no.
Well, there are, you've got to admit, some lovely novels on this wall here in front of us. Surely it wouldn't harm to try a few of those.
George!
Well, just two, then.
It's a waste of precious time.
This one here, perhaps. No, nothing.
Could we get on?
This one, then. Oh, no. You're obviously right, Charles. Silly idea on my part. Novels, indeed. I shan't press any more. Charles! Charles! Charles, where on earth are you?
My hunch about there still being tunnels was amply rewarded, though my shins were somewhat bruised while I was being proved right.
You mean?
Yes, one of the large flagstones on the chapel floor is counterweighted, operated by an almost invisible protuberation in the brickwork.
A what?
A protuberation. You know, something sticking out.
Oh, something sticking out, you mean a knobble like?
That's the word, Fingers, a knobble. Perfect.
For want of a better word, a knobble. And by 1,000,000 to 1 shot, George, within seconds, had found which knobble, or protuberation, operated the counterweight.
Oh, just luck, really.
And by another 1,000,000 to 1 shot, I was standing on the flagstone as it disappeared from under my feet, plunging me headlong into the blackness below. After George joined me by less precipitous methods, we discovered how to operate the door from the inside. Next, we went exploring.
I think the torch is going to give out any minute, Charles. We'd better follow the trail of wool that you've unravelled from your cardi back to the chapel and...
Shush!
Pardon?
I said shush!
Oh, all right.
Listen. What do you hear?
Well, nothing apart from the odd drip of water, and you saying listen, that is, and shush, of course.
Listen harder. Hear it?
Yes, I do.
And where have you heard that before?
The jewel house.
Correct. Quickly, George. This way. And there we were, looking through a small chink straight into the jewel house.
People dashing round and round in circles, trying desperately to take everything in, while we had a perfect view, without even paying.
Was that another flagstone, like?
No, a section of the wall this time. We spotted a way to open it, but it had been sealed round with some ancient sort of concrete. That'll be your job, Fingers.
My little tool will wheedle that out in no time.
We do, in fact, have some jobs that must be put in hand immediately. Basil?
Yes, Charles?
Lapidary is your speciality, isn't it?
Why, aye, and flower arranging, of course.
Chapel looked charming on Sunday, Basil.
You're too kind.
Oh, your use of chrysanthemums was really
But it
wonderful.
was your skill in lapidary we need for this job, Basil. We need a whole set of imitation jewellery by 14th of February.
Settings as well?
No, just the jewels.
Well, making them should be no problem. I'll get the rest of the class to help us. But getting the designs together, no, that is a difficulty.
That's where Billy comes in.
Me?
Yes, I have a book on the crown jewels and a breakdown of the gems they contain. You'll have to paint drawings of each of them, scale them up to the right size, and let Basil have them as quickly as possible.
No problem. I do have my Lautrec underway, but naturally that can wait.
Yeah, that's all very artistic skin, but what's the actual plan?
George, would you like to divulge this? My voice is getting rather hoarse.
Certainly. The plan is that as the choir stands up to leave the chapel, 8 will remain hiding under their pews.
Would that be us, George?
Exactly, Cyril. Very astute. 2 will get dressed as beefeaters and remain on guard in the chapel.
That will be Twinny and yourself, Winston.
Oh,
you always
right
perform so well with the drama group, and some acting may be required.
The rest of us will go into the secret tunnel, and as soon as the workmen finish in the jewel house for the day and the safe doors slam shut, fingers will chip away the concrete around our secret door, then we'll all dash in and swap our imitation jewels for those that have been cleaned.
Then we all dash back to our tunnel entrance, slam our secret door shut behind us, back to the chapel, and hide under the pews awaiting the return of the choir. Twinny and Winston will lose their costumes during the service of Thanksgiving, and we'll all board the bus with the rest, back home to B Block.
How can you possibly get 2 beefeater costume for Twinny on me?
We've already got them and stored them away safe in the tunnel.
We found the beefeaters' restroom, borrowed 2 of them. The costumes, that is, not the beefeaters.
Wait a minute. How do you intend to get the jewels out?
Leave that to George and me, please. There will, after all, be no traditional share-out, and it's posterity we're after, not profit.
Fine, baby, fine. Okay.
Well, gentlemen, if there's no more questions, to work. Then in no time at all, we'll be heading for the tower. And history.
All right, driver, we're ready to go.
Please let me come, Governor Smith, please. I promise to be good from now on.
No, I gave you my final warning yesterday, Plunkett. Any trouble, no trip.
But, Governor...
It was the last straw. You're wanting to examine everyone's little picnic carrier bags before they got into the bus. Thank goodness Charles warned me what you were up to in time, and I could stop it before it started.
I promise to try to be cheery. If you'll let me come, I'll try to smile, perhaps. I won't be a wet blanket, sir.
I'm not a mean man, Plunkett. I shall put it to the vote. Gentlemen, could I have your attention, please? I have something I wish to put to the vote. Guards and guests, should Warden Plunkett be allowed to come on our outing to the tower?
No!
Prisoners, should Warden Plunkett be allowed to come on our outing to the tower?
No!
There you are, Plunkett. Unanimous. Back to the guardroom.
Not quite unanimous, Governor.
Cyril?
If you would graciously allow me a couple of minutes of your time, gentlemen. I'd like to address a few words to you regarding the essential need in modern society of humanity to our fellow man in general and towards Warden Plunkett in particular.
Mr. De Vere.
Ah, Colonel. Good to see you again.
How's it going?
Very smoothly. We should have the last of the stones out and cleaned within the hour.
Jolly good.
I'll let my chaps go off then, and if you could be in attendance after that, I'll get down to the valuation.
Well, as you know, we've got this Valentine's Day concert thing on the green, plus a short service before and after, but if you get a message to me, I'll slip away and come straight over.
Fine. I'll send one of my men.
No. Best ask Perkins. Frankly, he doesn't seem to be doing anything of any great import. Where is he, by the way?
I just popped out to his security van. Said he's got to check something.
Yeah. Must have a word with him about that van of his. It's not really on, parking it so near the front of the entrance of the jewel house like that. Trouble with these damn security van things is that nobody ever questions their right to be anywhere. Could be full to the gills with terrorists. You can't even get the doors open to check them.
Yes, you're right. Interesting thought.
And then finally, he walks slow up the long, lonely and dusty road that leads to an inevitable final confrontation with that one great governor in the sky. Sends cap, sends whistle, sends truncheon, sends everything. Let Warden Plunkett have to clutch to himself the memory of how his fellow comrades, though loathing him to a man, forgave him for being himself, and let him go with them on their out into the tower. Gentlemen, I rest my case.
Very moving indeed. You've got a true champion in Cyril Plunkett. You're a very lucky man.
I know.
Gentlemen, I ask once more, should Officer Plunkett be allowed to come on our trip to the Tower?
Yes! So where have you been, you bum? For hours now, Mama and I have been stifled up in here, like the conchaste de macaron.
I've just popped back to tell you it'll be a little while longer, I'm afraid.
Longer? How longer?
Not too long.
Well, how long is not too long?
About an hour.
Okay. An hour we can take. Yes, Mama?
No. Good. Now, the last of the jewels will be cleaned soon. Then I stand by with the Colonel while evaluation is made by Mr. De Vere. Then I'll come
Peppino, spare me the details. Just get back before the hour's out. Then we leap out. Deal with the soldiers. Stun. Take the Mama. But in an hour. Pukins, an hour.
Yes, sir.
And Puke.
Yes, Mr. Coloni.
Shut the door. You're putting the Mama in a draft.
Yes, Mr. Coloni. I'm sorry, Mama Coloni.
Mamma mia! What is that? That ugly black biggy thing that slept in!
Hello. Who's a pretty girl?
Oh, mamma mia!
And as the Lord so assuredly giveth, he has assuredly taketh away.
He has a point there, you know.
George!
Sorry, Charles.
Amen.
Amen.
Right, gentlemen. And ladies, of course, if you would like to follow me, I shall lead you in procession to Tower Green and the pleasure of our charming little concert.
Now, Charles.
Yes, now. Go. Under the pew. Pull up, heads.
Are we all ready? Now come along, please. Right in the way. Right, if you guests like to come this way. Come up to me.
We did it. By George, we did it, Charles.
Is everybody here? Basil, Tommy, Twinny, Fingers, Winston, Billy?
Yes.
Here. Where's Bullethead? Hey, Cyril! Where are you, Cyril? Everybody down.
Awfully sorry, Charles. I forgot to stay behind when everybody else left.
35, 36, 37,
Plunkett.
38, 39,
Plunkett.
40. Yes, sir.
What are you doing, man?
Counting the prisoners, sir. 41, 42.
Counting the... But what on earth for? We already know how many prisoners we have.
Just to see if any are missing, like.
Plunkett.
Yes, sir.
You are here under sufferance.
45.
Will you stop at this instant? You're in danger of making me very cross indeed. Do you want Cyril to learn about this?
No, sir. Sorry. Sir.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Give us a gander through the old George.
Certainly, Tommy.
What's going on now, Tommy? Well, all the blokes seem to be packing up and getting ready to leave, except the two geezers who seem to be in charge who are just chatting by the door. You want to have a look, Billy? Yes, all right. How long do you think we've got, Charles? Well, as soon as they leave the vault, we'll go in.
No, I mean before the choir and the guests return to the chapel.
Well, it's hard to say, but as soon as there's any sign of anyone approaching, Winston or Twinny will pop down to warn us.
Yeah, the last two chaps are moving out. Yes, they've gone. Vault doors are starting to close. They've closed.
Right, Fingers, off you go with your chisel and mallet, so we can get our own private door open and get in there.
Right. It's going to be very strange chipping away without you playing your guitar, Tommy.
Oh, just do the best you can, Fingers. If it becomes too difficult, I'll hum a bit.
Sucks their suck I. Suck. In a cowslip's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do cry, when owls do cry, when owls do cry.
On a bat's back I do fly.
I do fly after summer merrily. After summer merrily. Merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough.
Merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Suck.
Right. That's the last of the concrete chipped away.
Good. All I have to do now is press here, and the door will... Dash, it's stuck. Oh.
Shall I have a go, Charles?
Certainly.
Oh, it's no good, it won't budge.
Must be jammed solid.
If you'd be kind enough to line my head up with the centre of the door.
Good idea. Right then. OK, all clear now, Cyril.
Yeah, and your head's lined up perfectly.
Oh, good. Charge!
Quiet!
Charge! Again. Oh, there we are. Just a little bit stiff, that's all.
Quick, in we go. Cyril, you can open your eyes now.
Oh, thanks.
Hold the back of the vault door over there in case anyone tries to come in.
Be delighted, Charles.
The rest of us must match up the imitations in our carrier bags with the real ones laid out as quickly as possible.
Right.
And whatever you do, don't get the two of them mixed up and don't touch the central section. Every alarm in the place will go off immediately. Right, in we go.
Delightful concert, delightful. Pity you had to call me away. My old school chum Stinker's certainly got a good bunch of choristers together.
Yes, sounds charming, drifting across the green, the ravens cawing in the background.
What? You didn't hear any of them swearing by any chance, did you?
No, can't say I did.
Oh, good. Some of them are getting quite vile. Mr. De Vere?
Yes?
Mr. Perkins? Well, gentlemen, if you'd both be good enough to move off, turn your backs, I'll dial in the combination to open the vault door.
Oh, certainly.
Right. 2, 1, 4, 1, 9, 2, 6, 7. Well, I never. Well, I've dialed the number and it isn't opening.
Strange.
Very.
There hasn't by any chance been an extra corgi aboard recently, has there?
No, they would have told me. I tell you what, I'll try dialing it again, more carefully. Turn your backs again, gentlemen, please. 2, 1, 4, 1, 9, 2, 6, 7.
Somebody trying to open the vault door, Charles.
Hold on, Cyril, we're nearly there. Hurry up, Tommy. All done. Into the passage, Tommy. Fingers.
And swap that pretty one there for that pretty one there. Finished.
They're pulling again. Only harder this time. There's obviously more than one of them.
Hang on. Only a few more stones to match up myself. Finish, Charles. Right, away you go. No, George, take your carrot back with you.
Sorry, Charles.
Right, that's me finished as well, Cyril. Okay, Cyril, you can let go of the door anytime you choose and make a dash over here.
Very good, Charles.
Right, gentlemen. Just one last heave should probably do it. I think I felt it shifting. Right. Now, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Mr. Perkins! Are you all right, Mr. Perkins? Oh, that's a damn heavy door for anyone to get caught behind, Mr. De Vere.
It most certainly is. It actually squashed poor Perkins flat. Look, slap his face.
What?
Bring him round.
Oh, right.
Ah, appears to be working.
Oh, good. No harm done then, Mr. Perkins.
Well done, Cyril. Keep your eye on the spy hole, Fingers. Right. Well, George, you know what's next.
Transfer all the stones to one carrier bag.
Good fella. Pass the bags to George, chap.
Right.
What's going on, Fingers?
3 blokes have burst in. 2 of them are supporting the third one. Blimey, you'll never believe this, fellas. One of them is that Brian Thompson from the Haradi's job.
Yes, we know. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. He's calling himself De Vere at the moment. Can't wait to find out what he's up to.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sir. Sir.
Yes, Plunkett, what is it now? I'm trying to listen to the concert.
It's Bullethead.
You mean Cyril?
Yes.
What about him?
He's not in his place in the choir, sir.
Kit, you're not starting again with your paranoid suspicions, are you?
No, it's not that. I just thought he might have nodded off during the service and still be in the chapel like.
You could be right. I did find it rather soporific myself.
And him being so nice to me on the coach and all, I'd hate him to miss the concert, sir.
Thoughtful of you, Plunkett. You're a changed man.
Yes, sir.
Right. Pop along over and check. You could also see if George and Charles are there as well. I can't see them either.
Ah, very good, sir. I'll check them as well. And I'll also check on the other 5 bastards who've gone missing.
Right.
That's all the jewels into the one carrier bag, Charles.
Good chap. Off you go and hide them in the chosen spot, and whatever you do, don't let anybody see you.
Right.
Would you like me to accompany you, George, as a bodyguard, like?
No, it's all right. Thanks all the same, Cyril. Back in no time. By George's. Heavy.
Charles, that Brian Thompson bloke has left the other two, and he's coming over towards the gems. What? He's kneeling down by them. Now he's got his back to the others.
Let me take your place, would you, Fingers?
Certainly. Oh, I've been looking so long, I'm in danger of getting a bad case of housemaid's eye.
Some sort of scales he's got.
If he weighs them, he's bound to realise that they're phony.
No, he's not weighing them. I don't believe it. He's swapping them. He's swapping our imitations for others that he's taking from the false bottom of his scales.
Oh, big Lord, all the trouble I went to make them imitations, and they end up getting nicked within minutes and being replaced by some other bloke's imitations.
Charles!
One earth,
Sounds like George.
Can't have hidden the stuff already, can he?
Oh, Charles! Catastrophe!
Control, George, control!
Winston and Twinney, they're carrying someone along the passageway.
Carrying? Who?
He fell down the hole in the chapel floor, knocked himself unconscious.
Who, George, who?
Officer Plunkett.
What?
Yes, unconscious. Officer Plunkett is now in the tunnel with us.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. After that solo from Gilbert and Sullivan's Yeoman of the Guard, for the last number in our little concert, we would like to perform, appropriately, with our head tucked underneath her arm.
With the red tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower.
There you are, Pongo. Just made it for the grand finale.
Yes, didn't take long. Damn clever, these valuer chappies. Only takes a few minutes to work it all out. But now he'll be off like the clappers to the palace, I should imagine, to let them have the final assessment. The
palace, good heavens.
Did I say P-A-L-A-C? Great Scott, so I did. State secret stuff, stinker. Not to be revealed on pain of death. Pop into my office after for a quick snifter, and I'll let you in on the story then.
Right, shall do, Pongo. Be my pleasure. Being honest, I need a drink. While you were away, a raven landed on your chair, and you won't believe this, Pongo. It sounded exactly as though it was talking. Very strange.
What did he say?
Oh, just a string of numbers. Sounded like total gibberish. 2141926 or something. Oh, yes, and then it said, don't forget the corgis. Don't forget the corgis. Strange.
I'll kill that bird. Kill it!
Well, what are we going to do with him?
A very good question, Fingers. Not quite sure of the answer yet, mind.
But we do the right thing bringing him along the tunnel here to you, didn't we, Charles?
You most certainly did, Winston, but Fingers right. We must come to a decision. Gentlemen, as I see it, there are only 3 options open to us. 1, take him back upstairs with us and have our whole plan revealed too soon. 2, leave him down here where, not knowing the way out, he'll finally die of starvation.
Yes, that's a good idea.
And 3, our third and final option.
But, Mr. Coloni, the soldiers looked as though they were dead. How many times do I have to tell you? Stun the pugans. Only start me. I use the quick knocker after stunning. Yes, okay. Now take Mama's other arm. She's not too good on stairs these days.
I'm sure one isn't really allowed to take ravens into the jewel house, Mr. Coloni.
I can do anything. I can do anything.
He is my Mama's a new friend. He wants to sit on her shoulder and come for walkies. It's okay by me if it's okay by her. That's right, Mama.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You see? He understands every sound she makes.
How far? How far?
Nearly there, Mama. The steel door at the bottom leads straight to the jewel. Take some more wheat, Pugans. You'll hardly help it. She's rather...
Rather what? Rather what?
Rather what, Pugans? Nothing, Mr. Clooney. Nothing. I've just not been getting very much exercise lately. Bit out of condition, perhaps. You see, Mama, he didn't mean the nothing. You're as light as one of your little fairy cakes.
Okay. Who's a pretty girl? Who's a pretty girl?
Right, all in favour of the last option? Good, unanimous. George,
hang on.
What is it, Fingers?
The whole door's opening again.
Oh, no.
It's like bleeding Piccadilly Circus in there. It's 2 beefeaters this time, and they got a raven with them. Oh, one of them's absolutely gigantic with a large bristly moustache. And that security bloke Perkins has just squeezed in as well. Oh, he looks totally knackered, poor boy.
Yeah, let's have a gander, Fingers. Hey, that's no beefeater. That's a spaghetti eater. It's Coloni.
What?
The Coloni?
Machine gun Coloni, son.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, no.
Mind you, I don't know who the gigantic one with the moustache and the raven on his shoulder is.
Makes no difference.
Gentlemen, having made our decision, now is the time to carry it out. We must throw Plunkett through our secret door and leave him locked up safely in the jewel room.
I believe he's coming round, Charles.
Right, well, take his head out of your lap and stand him on his feet, sir.
Oh, seems a shame, really. He's just like a little baby. Upsy daisy. There we are. Who's the big boy standing all by himself?
Where am I? Open the door to the vault, George. Right, lads.
Put me down! Put me down!
Push! Now, gentlemen. Yes? Double fast. Back to the chapel.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Who the hell is that staggering around over there, Pukins?
I've simply got no idea, Mr. Colonel.
A ghost, a ghost.
No, Mama, don't worry, he's not a ghost. Though if you'd like me to, I'll make you one for frightening you like this. No. Oh, you're too kind, Mama, that is your trouble.
But where on earth did he come from?
Looks as though he is walking in his bye-bye, staggering like the drunk on a bum.
Yes, well, as long as he doesn't clutch at the centre section for support. Oh, no, it's too late. He's going to fall right onto it.
Bloody jar, bloody jar.
Oh.
And then, while attending an outing with the wonderfully mellifluous B-Block choir, a most amazing series of incidents occurred at the Tower of London. Oh, damn. My last chapter as well. Come.
You sent for us, Governor?
Oh, yes, so I did. Come in, take a seat, will you, gentlemen?
Oh, that's kind of you.
A bit of a day yesterday.
Interesting.
Seen the headlines?
No. Well, I glanced at them in passing.
Yes, I did the same, really. A quick glance, no more.
Yeah, in passing.
Interesting that De Vere person at the Tower wasn't De Vere at all.
Yes.
A real name was Brian Thompson, apparently. According to the paper I glanced at, police had been looking for him for some time.
Yes. The paper I glanced at said the soldiers caught him red-handed at the gate when the alarms went. Jewels hidden all over him. Was that right, Governor Smith?
Yes.
I know.
The trouble is, turned out they weren't the real jewels at all, but just fantastically good imitations.
Amazing.
But perhaps not half as amazing as the fact that the two beefeaters they found locked in the jewel house, along with our poor old Plunkett and a rather bemused Raven, weren't beefeaters at all. According to the paper I happened to glance at, that is.
Gangsters, perhaps.
Don't be silly, George.
And George is right, as it happens. Well, one of them, that is. The other was the mother. His mother, the gangster's mother, that is.
Gosh. The security chap, Perkins, that they mentioned, was in there with them, all part of it as well, perhaps.
Apparently.
They usually are.
Arranged to get him in, along with the Raven, apparently.
And Plunkett?
Well, what can one say about poor old Plunkett?
Oh, poor old Plunkett, yeah.
Says he doesn't know how he got into the vault in the first place. Delusions about seeing B-Block prisoners turning into beef-eaters, carried along underground tunnels, half-conscious, is very sad indeed.
Yes, sad.
Though it is, of course, a blessing he won't be back here for some while.
Yes, wonderful.
And tragic.
And no sign of the real jewels anywhere.
Strange.
Sad.
Did you hear about the reward that's being offered?
No.
Oh, can't say that I did.
£2 million.
Really?
Good Lord. So I rang the police today and told them that two of my prisoners, Charles Forbes and George Evans, were claiming the reward.
Pardon?
And then I told them where the jewels were hidden.
What?
Yes. Seemed the least I could do, especially as it appeared that Pongo's head might roll, particularly after he'd been so helpful over our outing. Petrol tank of the security van, wasn't it?
Good Lord. How on earth did you guess?
I missed your company at the concert. Guessed you'd been up to something. Everyone thoroughly searched on the way out and no jewels. Amazing. So I picked the most unlikely place possible. That most conveniently parked security van and its petrol tank.
Well, I never. How amazingly astute.
Plus, of course, the fact that I did see George at one point popping back into a flagstone underneath it.
George, I told you to be careful not to be seen.
Sorry, Charles.
But, Governor, you didn't tell the police.
Oh, no, wouldn't be sporting. You'd have both got 20 years, and that's just not on, I'm afraid. You do both have to leave B-Block for good, as a little punishment for letting me down, and as an example to the rest. You see, George and Charles, it's quite good occasionally to let people know that one is not quite the silly old duffer they've been taking one for over the years.
I seem to have heard that somewhere before recently.
Besides which, you will be slightly more comfortably off now you're in retirement. £2 million, in spite of the present rate of inflation, should be enough to see you both safely through your last years in some little style. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, fine. Hello? Yes? They're with me now, as it happens. I'll put them on. The secretary tells me somebody would like to thank you both personally for saving the crown jewels.
Who?
Someone high up. Someone very high up.
You don't mean...
Oh, what a glorious ending to my autobiography. Her voice on my phone. Yes, Mrs. Thatcher, they're with me now. I'll hand them over.
With the head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody town. With her head tucked underneath her arm, at the midnight hour, she comes to old King Henry. She means giving him what for. Gadzooks, she's going to tell him off for having spilt her gore.
And just in case the headsman wants to give her an encore,
she has her head tucked underneath her arm. Boom, 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 boom.
Peter Jones played Charles and Lockwood West George in Wally K. Daly's play A Right Royal Rip-Off. Governor Smith, Donald Hewlett, Fingers, Charles Hawtrey, Bullethead, Bernard Breslaw, Tommy, John Bull, Billy, David Timpson, Perkins, Adrian Egan, Colony, Gordon Reed. Warden Wilkes and De Vere, John Rowe, Warden Plunkett, John Rye, the Colonel, Stephen Thorne. Nigel and the Vicar, John Warner, Basil and the Yeoman Guard, Ronald Herdman, Mr. Jones and Winston, Steve Hodson, Parole Board Chairperson, Miranda Forbes, Doreen and Deirdre, Wendy Murray, Mark Colony and Mrs. Sopworth, Pauline Letts. A Raven and a Thug, Wally K. Daly. A Right Royal Rip-Off was directed by Martin Jenkins.
Very good, very good.
Midweek Theatre.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
The Fall of Mr. Humpty. A Nightmare for Radio by Victor Pemberton. With Timothy West and Nicholas Delane. The Fall of Mr. Humpty.
Last. And about time, too. Where the devil did you come from? You shouldn't have sneaked in like that in the dark. It gave me quite a shock. It's these damned lights. Every time you go through that blasted tunnel, they go out. A person could be murdered sitting alone in here in the dark without lights. I didn't see you come in.
Goosey, goosey, gander, whither shall I wander? Upstairs, downstairs, and in my lady's chamber.
Aren't you a little old to be reading a book of nursery rhymes, young man?
But I like them, sir. I like the stories.
Stories, but they're for children much younger than you.
Oh, no, sir. You're wrong. Nursery rhymes are for grown-ups, too. I know some of the stories off by heart. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do.
When I was your age, I was reading Emily Bronte and Charles Dickens.
Who, sir?
Charles Dickens.
I don't know him, sir.
Which school do you go to, young man?
I don't know.
Don't know?
I can't remember.
Can't remember the name of your own school?
It's in the village.
Which village?
Near where I live.
And where's that? I said, where do you live? Where are we? It's long past my bedtime. finished your book, have you?
So many lights out there. It hurts your eyes.
Then draw the blinds.
No, don't do that. I like to look at them. I wonder if they're looking at us.
Who?
People.
Well, they can hardly ignore us, can they? The train practically ploughs through their back gardens.
I wish I could live where the trains go by.
So you like the trains, do you?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, you wouldn't if you had to travel on them as much as I do. Back and forth, day after day. Why do you like trains so much, then?
I like the sound they make.
The sound?
Yes. I keep waiting for it to stop, but it never does. So, what would happen if we pulled the communication cord?
If we what?
Would it cause a crash?
The communication cord is only for use in the event of an emergency.
How many people would die, sir? Would it be thousands?
Young man, it is now 10 minutes after midnight. Do your mother and father know that you're out at such a late hour?
I don't have a mother and father, sir. Uncle John looks after
Well,
me.
does Uncle John know?
I promised him I'd be home before dark.
Well, then you're not being very fair to him, are you? What have you been doing all this time?
I've been on the trains, sir.
On the trains?
I told you. I like to ride on them.
Oh, for how long?
Since this morning, I think.
Now your poor uncle has probably called in the police to search the whole county for you.
Oh, Uncle John would never do that.
Which station are you getting off at?
Stamfield.
Stamfield? But this is the last train of the day. It doesn't stop at Stamfield. Do you understand what I'm saying, lad? This train doesn't stop until we get to Yaxford. That's almost 20 miles past your station.
Yes, sir.
Well, how are you going to get home? Walk?
Don't know, sir.
Don't know? You really are a very vague young man. You know that, don't you? What's your name?
Jimmy, sir.
Well, Jimmy, the only thing I can suggest is that you telephone your uncle the moment we get off at Yaxford.
We don't have a telephone at the farm, sir.
Well, do you have any money on you for a taxi?
No, sir.
Whereabouts is this farm where you live?
The other side of Stamfield, sir. Just off the old byroad.
Oh, well, my car's parked at the station. I suppose the only decent thing I can offer to do is to drive you home. Sure this is the place?
Yes, sir.
You can't see a thing in the dark. Where's the farmhouse?
It's over that way. On the other side of those trees.
Well, I don't see any lights.
I expect Uncle John has gone to bed.
Bed? And you're not even home yet?
Early to bed, early to rise, he always says. Uncle John likes to get plenty of sleep.
Yes, he's not the only one. Well, how do we get to this house?
The road stops here. We have to go the rest of the way on foot.
How does anyone ever get out to a place like this?
Oh, there are ways, sir. Once you know how. But we don't get many visitors. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
I can't see a thing. It's pitch black. There's not even a moon up tonight.
I can find my way anywhere in the dark. But keep close behind me. It gets quite muddy after a while.
Why do country people always insist on burying themselves in the middle of nowhere? It must be an inferiority complex or something.
I told you, sir. We don't have company very often. Uncle John doesn't like it.
Why not?
Because we like to keep ourselves to ourselves. We don't like snoopers.
Well, even so, it's ridiculous to have to trudge all this way in and out of the trees every night and in the pitch dark.
You could turn back. If you're scared, sir.
Scared? What am I supposed to be scared of?
Lots of things. Being alone in the dark.
The only reason most people feel nervous in the dark is because they feel so helpless. But I don't scare easily.
Listen.
What is it?
Listen.
I can't hear a thing.
That's because you don't want to. But they're there all right, sir. All around us. In the trees, the bushes. They're watching us from everywhere.
Watching us? Who's watching us? What are you talking about?
When it's quiet like this, you can almost feel them stretching out their hands to touch you. Whenever I walk in the dark, it's the only time when I know I'm not alone.
I'm surprised we could ever feel alone knowing these trees are bulging with bird life. That's what I loathe about the countryside. It's such a threat. Oh, for goodness sake, let's get a move on. Which way now? Jimmy? You there? Jimmy? Jimmy! Where the devil are you? Don't play stupid games with me, boy, or I'll go straight back to the car. Did you hear what I said? What the... Stop that! Stop it, I say!
Baba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full.
Don't ever play games like that with me again, boy. Do you understand?
But you were scared, sir. You were scared to be alone. Uncle John? Uncle John, are you there? Uncle John? Are you upstairs? It's me. I'm home. It's no good. He must have gone out.
Gone out? At this time of night?
Oh, yes, sir. He often goes out in the evenings. I'll light the lamp.
Is there no electricity?
Oh, no, sir. Uncle John would never have that.
Why not?
These newfangled ideas are a menace. Everyone knows that, don't they, sir? Now, where did Uncle John put the matches? Oh, I've got them.
It smells damp in here, as though the place has never been lived in.
There. Now we can see.
Good Lord.
We spend most of our evenings in this room. Uncle John reads to me sometimes, but only from the Bible.
This house must be at least 400 or 500 years old. Earlier, just look at those beams. Solid oak. They knew how to build houses in those days. Except they must have built them for dwarfs. Can hardly stand up in here, the ceilings are so low. Is it like this throughout the house?
Oh, yes. Uncle John would never change anything.
I'd do anything to own a place like this. Far better than the dingy hole I live in. And yet, something makes me feel I've seen it all before. Who are the photographs? This one on the beach, the small boy. Is that you?
Yes, it's me. When I was little.
It's Great Yarmouth, isn't it?
How did you know?
My parents used to take me there a lot when I was your age. They were good holidays. Are these your parents, Jimmy?
Yes, sir.
It's a very nice photograph. They look very happy. You have your mother's looks, the same eyes. What happened to your parents, Jimmy? Did they die?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I've never seen them. At least I don't think I have. So I don't know what happened to them. I suppose they must have died. Uncle John looks after me now.
Well, I'll say one thing for your uncle. He has taste. These watercolours are quite superb. All seascapes. It's strange for someone who spends so much of his time on the land.
Uncle John doesn't work on the land anymore.
Oh, why not?
He can't get around like he used to. He lost a leg in the war. His new one is made of wood.
Oh, dear, what rotten luck. Good Lord, I haven't seen one of these for years. It's in beautiful condition. It's in good tune, too.
Please, sir, don't do that. Don't touch that, sir. Please. Uncle John wouldn't like it.
Ah, don't worry, I'm a great one for music. It happens to be a passion of my life. I've played one of these things before. Oh, and what have we got here? What's this music that he's left open? Oh, yes, this is an old favourite. Rock of ages cleft for me.
Please, sir.
Let me hide myself in.
I asked you not to.
Let the water and the blood from thy river side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Cleanse me from its guilt and power. Not the labours of my
I said no!
Can... what the devil?
I told you not to do it. I told you. No one's allowed to play the harmonium but Uncle John. No one.
Is there any reason to try and crush my fingers, you young idiot?
I'm sorry, sir. Truly I am. It's just that Uncle John is very particular about who plays the harmonium. He's very attached to it.
So it seems.
Rock of Ages is his favourite hymn. He never sings anything else.
And what you're really trying to say is you can't bear the sound of my singing. Isn't that it? Huh?
You'd better go now, sir.
Well, very well, if you're sure you'll be all right.
Oh, yes. Uncle John should be home soon.
I hope so. Well, then I'll say good night.
Will you come back and see us again?
I don't know. Would you like me to?
Oh, yes, sir. And Uncle John would love to meet you. I know he would. Why don't you come back and have tea with us tomorrow afternoon?
I can't make any promises, Jimmy. I usually work at home on Saturday afternoons.
Oh, please, Mr. Humpty. Please.
What did you call me?
Mr. Humpty.
My name's Penfold, Richard Penfold.
I prefer Mr. Humpty. It's one of my favourite stories. Will you come tomorrow? Will you?
Very well, Jimmy, I'll be glad to. Something tells me I shall have quite a lot to talk to your uncle about. What was that? There's someone upstairs. I thought you...
There's no one, sir.
But I distinctly heard.
It's only the mice, sir. They're my friends. They always wait to come out and talk to me at night. It's the only time they feel safe. I shall be angry with them for making you scared.
I must be going. Don't bother to come with me. I can find my own way back to the cart.
You will come tomorrow, won't you?
Yes, Jimmy, I'll come.
Promise?
I promise. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Humpty. All right. You can come out now. He's gone. I'm waiting. You're not to do it, do you hear? You're not to scare our Mr. Humpty like that, because the next time you do, you know what will happen. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. They all run after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did ever you see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? Hello, Mr. Humpty! Hello, Mr. Humpty!
For heaven's sake, be careful, Jimmy. I don't want to have to hoist you up from the bottom of that well.
But it can't hurt. It's dried up.
Even so, your uncle should know better than to leave the well open like this. It's extremely dangerous.
I wonder what would happen if somebody fell down there. I wonder if they'd die.
Well, I have no intention of finding out, thank you very much. So for goodness sake, be careful, will you?
I mean, there's no water down there, so they wouldn't drown. But it's so deep they'd never be able to get out of there again alive, would they?
You know, Jimmy, you're an odd boy. I can't imagine why you asked me to come back here.
I'm glad you did, Mr. Humpty.
Well, did you think I wouldn't?
I hoped you would.
I thought the whole point of my coming was to meet Uncle John.
I told you. He had to go to London on business.
Business on a Saturday afternoon?
He said I was to thank you for bringing me home last night.
And what time did he get home himself?
Quite late, I think. He'd been drinking.
Lucky man.
It makes him lose his temper. I get frightened. I hate him when he loses his temper. It makes me wish he was dead.
Did you tell your uncle where you've been all day, riding up and down on the trains?
No.
Well, why not?
Because he never tells me his secrets, so why should I tell him mine? Come on, Mr. Humpty. I'll race you to the windmill.
I wish you'd stop calling me by that ridiculous name. You only do it because I happen to be a little large round the waistline.
I like the name.
Why do you like it?
Because you're like an egg. I hope you don't fall down the well. You might crack!
I must say, this is just the sort of place I'd like for my own. Quiet, peaceful, far from the madding crowd. People who have all this don't know how lucky they are. They don't know what it's like to be shut up in a flat all day with no one to talk to but a telephone operator. Do you ever find it lonely, cut off from the outside world like this?
Lonely?
Do you ever see any friends?
I see Uncle John.
I mean young people of your own age.
I prefer to be on my own. Then I can do what I want.
And what's that, Jimmy? What do you do with yourself all day? Climb trees or something?
No! I hate trees.
Hate trees? A boy of your age? But why?
Because sometimes, when I lie down and look up at the trees, it's as though they're going to fall down on top of me. If I had my way, I'd have all the trees all over the world cut down, everywhere. Then I'd feel safe. Shh!
What is it?
Keep still. Over there, in the bushes. There's a rabbit. Quick, help me find a stone.
A stone? What for?
To throw, of course. I'm going to kill him.
Jimmy!
I found one. Now keep still. He's just coming out of the bushes. Now!
No, Jimmy!
What are you doing? Give me back my stone. Let me
are
go.
not going to throw that stone.
He's gone. The rabbit's got away. I hate you. I hate you.
Why kill for the sake of killing, Jimmy? What harm has that poor creature ever done to you?
He was my rabbit, and you let him get away. I won't forgive you for that, Mr. Humpty. I won't forgive you.
Well, am I forgiven? I'm sorry I had to upset you, Jimmy. But what you were going to do seemed to be so wrong. I could never bear the thought of killing poor, defenseless animals. Well, if you're going to sulk for the rest of the afternoon, I might as well go home.
This room is where we used to keep the grain. We can't use the windmill anymore.
Oh, I'm not surprised. It all looks rather worn out to me.
This is my castle. I can see everyone from here. I can watch them if they try to come up the hill.
What would you do if they did?
Pour boiling water over them. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
Yes, it's a horrible story. I don't like it.
Why not?
Because human life is precious. We should treat it with respect.
Are you afraid to die, Mr. Humpty?
That's an odd question from someone of your age.
Are you?
Nobody wants to die, but it's something none of us can avoid.
I saw a dead man once. His eyes were wide open. I wasn't scared.
Those are things that you shouldn't dwell on, Jimmy. You should think about life, not death.
I wonder what it's like to die.
Well, tell me about Uncle John.
Why?
Well, since I'm obviously not going to be allowed to meet him, I'd like to know, that's all.
He's quite old.
Are you good friends?
Sometimes.
Only sometimes.
We argue a lot.
Oh, why's that?
He's very strict.
Strict?
He doesn't like me telling lies.
Oh, nothing wrong in that.
Not even the small ones.
Small lies often grow into large ones.
That's what Uncle John always says. He says that if I read the Bible every night before I go to bed, I'll never want to tell another lie.
Oh, I'm not sure that I go along with that.
We go to church every Sunday.
Every Sunday?
In the morning and in the evening.
Do you like going to church?
Sometimes. I prefer coming up to the windmill. I've got people I can talk to up here.
People? What people?
Well, you can't actually see them. But they're here, all right. They're here now. Watching us.
Now, we're not going to start all that old nonsense
They
again.
tell me stories. Just like Uncle John.
I don't believe in ghosts, Jimmy. I only believe in things I know exist.
They won't talk to just anyone, Mr. Humpty. They won't let you hurt me.
Why do you think that I should want to hurt you, Jimmy?
I don't know. But you might.
A boy like you shouldn't lock yourself up in a place like this. You should go out and meet real people instead of riding up and down on trains all day.
But you ride on trains, don't you, Mr. Humpty?
That's different. I have to. There's no fun, I can tell you.
Do you have any friends, Mr. Humpty?
Friends? Me? No. No, I don't have any friends. I don't need them anymore. And I don't have a wife anymore, either. She thinks I can't live without her. But she's wrong. I just don't need her anymore. Oh, what am I saying? Of course I need her. I hate being alone. I hate it. Oh, God. How did I let my life get into such a mess?
I won't leave you, Mr. Humpty.
What? What did you say?
I said, I won't leave you. After all, we're friends, aren't we, Mr. Humpty? In fact, I'm never going to leave you. Not ever again.
The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse ran down Hickory-dickory-dock.
I've had that record a long time. Uncle John bought it for me when I was little. It's getting a little worn out now.
Are you telling me that this really is your bedroom, that you actually sleep in here?
Don't you like it, sir?
Well, I don't know what to say to you, Jimmy. This type of room is usually only for tiny children. It's a nursery.
Uncle John wanted to change it, but I told him not to. I like it this way. I don't want it ever to change. Would you like to see some of my toys? I've got lots of them. This is a brick set. I can build things with that. I've got cars, a fire engine. Do you like this, Mr. Humpty? It's a typewriter. Not a real one, though. I've got my own train set. What do you think of it, Mr. Humpty? Isn't it smashing? It's just like one you go on. Look, I've got a tunnel.
Take it off, Jimmy. Jimmy, I said take it off.
Don't you like my train set, Mr. Humpty?
I just don't like trains, that's all.
Do you know what my favourite toy is, Mr. Humpty? It's over here, in the corner. I'll show you.
Oh, a rocking horse.
My favourite toy in the whole wide world. I'm going to ride it all the way to London.
Jimmy, you're far too old for a thing like that. A rocking horse is for small children. For goodness sake, stop behaving like a child, Jimmy. You're old enough to know better.
Ride a horse, the Banbury Cross, to buy little Johnny a galloping horse that trots behind in the stables before, and Johnny shall ride to the
Jimmy!
before. You'd like to ride on my horse, wouldn't you, Mr. Humpty? Only you can't, because you're too fat.
That's not a nice thing to say, Jimmy, not even to a friend. What are in all these boxes?
Leave them alone, they're mine.
Ah, secrets. What's inside them?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, but I thought we were supposed to be friends.
You really want to know?
Of course.
All right, Mr. Humpty. I'll show you. This is my collection.
Jimmy.
Don't you like it? It's a rabbit. I killed it.
How could you do such a thing?
But it's ever so easy. I do it with this. It used to belong to Uncle John.
Cutthroat razor.
He let me have it for my experiments. I've got lots of them in the other boxes. Spiders, moths, cockroaches, a blackbird. I've got some mice too. It's their own fault. I told them not to upset you, Mr. Humpty.
But why, Jimmy? Why must you kill? Why must you do things like this?
But I only want to see what makes them work, Mr. Humpty. That's all.
I'm going home now, Jimmy.
No, not yet. Please. I haven't shown you the rest of the house.
I've told you, I've got work to do. I've been here too long as it is.
But I want you to stay, Mr. Humpty. Do you understand? Uncle John and I want you to stay.
Give me the razor, Jimmy. Did you hear what I said?
I could cut you up into little pieces if I wanted to, Mr. Humpty. Just like my experiments.
Put down the razor, Jimmy, before one of us gets hurt.
Are you scared, Mr. Humpty? Are you? There you are. You're safe now.
You idiotic child, how dare you threaten me like that? You're no friend of mine. You never could be. I never want to see you again as long as I live. The door, it's locked.
You're never going to leave me, Mr. Humpty. Never! Never, never!
Give me the key, Jimmy.
You'll never run away from me, Mr. Humpty, because I'll always be with you. Always!
Jimmy!
Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross, to buy little Johnny a galloping horse. It trots behind and it hasn't before, and
Jimmy, stop that. Nursery rhymes are unhealthy. They're evil. Open this door, will you?
A lady upon a white horse, ring enough fingers and bells on her toes, and she shall have...
If you don't open this door at once, I shall go to Uncle John.
All right, Mr. Humpty. I'll open the door for you. But if you want to go to Uncle John, then just see if you can find him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Penfold, but I've only been vicar of this parish for the past 18 months or so. I'm afraid I know very little about the farmhouse you're referring to, other than what one hears in the village, of course.
But you must know the old man and his nephew, the people who live there.
Oh, who live there?
Well, aren't they regulars in your church every Sunday? At least that's what the boy told me.
Mr. Penfold, I think it's possible that you made some kind of mistake.
Mistake?
Yes, well, to my knowledge, the farmhouse we're talking about hasn't been lived in for years. It's been up for sale for some considerable time now.
What?
In fact, the last I heard was that the place is just falling apart with rot and decay. Somebody doesn't buy it soon, it will just fall down.
But there are people living there, Vicar. I was out at the farm only yesterday afternoon. The house is full of furniture.
The farmhouse is derelict, Mr. Penfold. It would be impossible for anyone to live there.
What are you trying to keep from me, Vicar?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, don't worry, you're not the first.
Mr. Penfold, if you just tell me what it is you're trying to find out...
I want to know about Uncle John. I want to know why he's been kept away from me. And the boy, he's ill, irrational. He's not responsible for what he's doing. Something's happened out of that house, and I'm too scared to think what it might be.
Mr. Penfold, my advice to you is that you go home and forget all this. Think of it as a bad nightmare. When you wake up, it will all be over. Mr. Penfold, is anything wrong?
This churchyard. I've been here before.
Is that so unusual?
That smell, what is it? Something's burning.
Oh, yes, there are always plenty of bonfires at this time of year.
I hate it. It reminds me of something. I've got to get away from here. I've got to get away.
Mr. Penfold, what is it?
I'm going back to the farm. I'm going to find Jimmy. I must know what's happened to Uncle John. Jimmy? Jimmy? Are you there? Jimmy? Jimmy, it's me, Mr. Humpty. I only want to talk to you... Oh, blast. I can't see a thing in the dark. Now, what did he do with that oil lamp? I should have some matches here somewhere. Yes. There. Thank goodness. See what I'm doing now. So many shadows. Hello? Is anyone up there? Jimmy? Is that you? Mice. This place must be running alive with them. Probably hiding in every cupboard in the house. Who's there? Jimmy, is that you? It's no use pretending. I know it's you. I'm coming there, Jimmy. Did you hear what I said? I'm coming upstairs to the nursery. Jimmy? Jimmy, are you there? It's silly to play games, Jimmy. I know you're here. We've got a lot to talk about, you and I. Jimmy! What's the point in all this, Jimmy? We're friends, aren't we? You said so yourself. We don't have to lie to each other, you and I. And do you know why? Because we're very alike. Jimmy, I want to tell you something. You were right when you said that I'm scared of the dark. I am scared. Sometimes I lie awake at night, too scared to even go to sleep. I imagine there are eyes watching me from the shadows in every corner of the room. I hate the dark, Jimmy. I hate people. Nobody understands. They don't want to. I feel so helpless, Jimmy. You know that, don't you? Oh, my God, the rocking horse. It's only a stupid toy. It's for children. Where are you, Jimmy? You think I don't know your secret, don't you, Jimmy? Well, I do. Where is he, Jimmy? What have you done with Uncle John? Is he one of your experiments, too? There's someone outside. It's him. It's Uncle John.
Hickory-dickory-dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one. The mouse ran down. Hickory-dickory.
No!
Three blind mice. Three blind
Jimmy!
mice. See how they run.
Jimmy! Jimmy, where are you? Where are you?
They all run after the farmer's wife who cut
Jimmy!
the glass with a carving knife.
Nursery rhymes are the work of the devil!
Three blind mice.
Did you hear what I said?
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Where is he, Jimmy? Where is Uncle John?
Let me hide myself in thee.
Uncle John!
Let the water
Uncle John!
their blood from thy wounded side that flowed.
That smell
Of sin
from the churchyard,
burning. Save me, Lord, and make me pure.
Uncle John! It's you! It is you!
No, Richard, I am not Uncle John. Your Uncle John died a long time ago. He's dead, Richard. Dead, 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 dead.
Never go to heaven. You want to see your mother and father again?
He's an unusually sensitive child. He needs a mother's care.
How many people would die, sir? Would it be hundreds or thousands?
The human mind is like an eggshell, Mr. Penfold. Once it cracks, it is difficult to put together
You're
again.
like an egg, Mr. Humpty. I hope you don't fall down the well. You might crack!
We don't need no people, boy. We've got all the life we need right here on the
Rector's locked himself in his room. We've got to get him out of there.
You taught me like that, boy. I'm not the living daylights out of here.
In my opinion, sir, the boy is mentally ill. He is a prisoner in his own world. After the terrible tragedy that has happened, he needs time to adjust.
A sensitive child.
Goosey, goosey gander, whither shall I wander? Upstairs, downstairs, and in my lady's chamber.
But I'm going to leave. It seems the only logical thing I can do.
The farmhouse hasn't been lived in for years. It's been up for sale for some considerable
After all,
time now.
we're friends, aren't we, Mr. Humpty? I'm never going to leave you. Not ever again.
Just like your mother. Stubborn.
A sensitive child.
He needs a long period of rest. Time to forget.
I don't want to go to church tomorrow. I won't go. I won't go. You can't make me.
Think of it as a bad nightmare, Mr. Penfold. When you wake up,
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
He's dead, Richard. Your Uncle John died a long time ago. He's dead, Richard. Dead, 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 dead.
No!
It's all right, Richard. It's all right.
He's not dead. Uncle John's not dead. I won't believe it. I won't.
Calm yourself, Richard. Just relax.
Who are you?
It's Dr. Cooper. You're quite safe now.
Dr. Cooper? Then you knew I was here?
Oh, yes, Richard. I knew you were here. In fact, I've never been far away from you, not since you began to give in to all this. But I had to let you come back here.
This room, everything's changed. I don't understand. There's nothing here. Everything gone. The furniture, pictures. Where's the harmonium? Everything.
This room is the way it should be, Richard. Everything about this house, everything you thought you saw, was from the past. Your memory of the past.
I don't believe you. It's not possible. I was here. I saw it all. Where's the boy? He'll tell you. He was here with me. He knows. Jimmy? Jimmy, where are you?
You won't find him, Richard.
I will find him. I know he's here somewhere. Jimmy!
You won't find him because he's never left your side.
What are you talking about?
He's been with you all the time, Richard. Jimmy is you.
You're trying to tell me I imagined him, meeting him on the train? Coming back here?
It's all been in your subconscious for a very long time, Richard. Sooner or later it had to come to the surface.
But Uncle John, he's alive. I know he is. He feels such a part of
Uncle
me.
John is dead, Richard. It's a fact you've just got to accept.
I don't believe it. He's here, in this room, now. If Uncle John is dead, then you're going to have to prove it to me.
No one can do that for you, Richard. Only yourself.
How?
By telling me everything that happened the night your uncle died.
No.
Why not?
I don't remember.
You do remember, Richard, but you don't want to. Don't you understand? Jimmy has always been fascinated by the thought of death, but when it came to the reality, he couldn't face up to it.
No, it's not true.
It is true, Richard, and until you face up to that reality, you will never rid yourself of the guilt. Now, what happened the night Uncle John died?
Well, we'd had a quarrel. It wasn't very much. He wanted me to go to church the next day. I told him I didn't want to go, that he'd no right to force me. He told me to go to bed. I lay in the dark a long time, crying, saying to myself over and over again how much I hated Uncle John, how I wished my father and mother hadn't been killed in that train crash when I was little. Suddenly, I heard something. It was Uncle John singing at the harmonium downstairs. The same old hymn that I'd heard over and over again. I decided I'd tell him I didn't like his singing anymore, that I wouldn't keep doing the things he wanted me to do. I got out of bed and went down the stairs. I stopped outside the door of this room and listened to his voice. He sounded so confident, so sure of himself. Every second I was hating him more and more. Suddenly, I couldn't bear it any longer. I opened the door and shouted at him.
I don't like your singing anymore, Uncle John.
The old man stopped playing the harmonium at once. He turned around and took a long, slow look at me. The look in his eyes like ice. Although I was scared, I came further into the room.
And you can't make me go to church tomorrow morning if I don't want to.
He just stared at me without saying one single word. Then he reached for his walking stick and slowly came towards me. I was cold with fright. I'd never seen that look in his eyes before. I felt as if he was going to kill me. But then something happened. His face, all of a sudden, it just crinkled up. He clutched his chest with his hand and cried out in pain. Before I could even reach him, he'd fallen to the floor. His hand knocked against the oil lamp. It went smashing to the floor. There were flames all over him. I couldn't do anything. He was burning. The flames. So I rushed upstairs and pulled a blanket off one of the beds. I came down and threw it over him. It seemed to take ages before the flames went out. But it was too late. When I pulled the blanket away, Uncle John was... His face and his eyes, they were wide open, just staring at me. I shook him and shook him and shook him, but there was nothing I could do but run away. I ran as fast as I could. I don't know where. I just had to get away. I didn't hate Uncle John. He was my friend. I loved him.
It's all right, Richard. All right. You've done it. You've done it on your own. You're together again, Richard. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't do it. But you have.
Last. And about time, too. Where the devil did you come from? You shouldn't have sneaked in like that in the dark. It gave me quite a shock. It's these damned lights. Every time we go through that blasted tunnel, they go out. A person could be murdered sitting alone here in the dark without lights. I didn't see you come in. What's that book you're reading?
This, sir? It's Macaulay's History of England.
Yes, well, when I was your age, I was reading... What did you say?
Macaulay's History of England, sir.
Oh, really? Good reading, is it?
Oh, yes, sir. First class. I hope to take history for my O-levels.
Oh, really? Well, I hope you do well.
Thank you, sir.
You don't read nursery rhymes, then?
Nursery rhymes, sir?
I just wondered, that's all.
Good heavens, no, sir. Why would someone of my age want to read stuff like that? Nursery rhymes are only for children.
In The Fall of Mr. Humpty, the title role was played by Timothy West and Jimmy by Nicholas Delane. Uncle John was played by Hayden Jones, the vicar Sean Probert, the stranger David Erickson, the first woman Carol Boyd, and the second woman Eva Haddon. The play was produced by John Tiedemann.
We present Vincent Price and Coral Brown in Night of the Wolf, a horror legend of man and beast by Victor Pemberton. Night of the Wolf.
Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Mr. Deacon? Mr. Matthew Deacon?
Yes?
Forgive me for disturbing you in your moment of prayer, sir. I am Sir Richard Burnett, provost of this college. The Porter's Lodge said I would find you here.
Yes.
Chapel is beautiful, isn't it? In a few years' time, you'll be entering the 20th century and think that...
I did not come all this way to Cambridge to talk about King's College Chapel, Sir Richard. Now, where is my son?
Mr. Deacon, surely we've been through all that?
Only by mail. It's been 6 months since you first wrote to me, and I am not convinced. Now I'm here. I want to know what happened to him.
But you must know.
If I did, I wouldn't have crossed the Atlantic Ocean.
But the police...
Let me tell you something, sir. Where I come from, the police may be what you might call a little thick-headed. But if they really want to find someone, they don't give up without trying.
Your son is dead, Mr. Deacon. He took his own life.
I refuse to believe it.
I know it is hard to accept.
I only accept fact, Sir Richard, fact.
There was the note.
Then why hasn't the body ever been found?
Because no one has known where to look. Mr. Deacon, you're a judge. Surely you understand. Students, suicide. The boy just disappeared from his room.
You mean to say that no one saw him leave the university?
It was the middle of the night.
What about his friends?
I suppose his closest friend was Edward Griffin. He and Robert shared rooms together.
Yes. Outside the university.
I wrote to you, no one. Except... Yes, except there were the Northcotes.
The Northcotes? You never mentioned them.
No. Well, there is a daughter. An attractive girl. But, look, Mr. Deacon, I can assure you the police have pursued every possible line of inquiry.
Sir Richard, do you believe my son is dead?
Until we can prove to the contrary, yes.
Then perhaps you had better read this.
What is it?
Well, it's a note. It was delivered to me in my lodgings soon after I arrived in Cambridge last night. As you can see, it's in my son's own handwriting. And it's dated yesterday, March 9th, 1883.
What?
Go ahead, read it.
Help me, Papa. For the love of God, help me.
Now, is that a voice from the dead, Sir Richard?
A hoax. Well, it must be a hoax. What could it possibly mean?
It means that my son needs me. And if I have to tear down this university brick by brick, stone by stone, I swear to you, I am going to find him. Who are you? What do you want? Look, if it's money you're after,
I mean you no harm, sir. I'm a friend of your son, Robert. There are things I must tell you, Mr. Deacon.
Who are you?
My name is Edward Griffin, sir.
Griffin.
Robert and I were as close as friends could be. That's why I'm as desperate as you to know what has happened to him.
Young man, are you trying to tell me you have reason to believe that my son is still alive?
Alive or dead, sir, I am convinced that Robert would never take his own life.
If you know what has happened to my son, Mr. Griffin, then you must tell me everything you know.
First, I must have your word that whatever is there between us will not be revealed to any other living person.
No, you have my word. But what happened to Robert? That night he disappeared. What was he so afraid of?
Does the name Dorothy Northcote mean anything to you?
Northcote, yes, vaguely.
Well, Robert was in love with her. She had flaming red hair that falls down to her waist like a scarlet waterfall. And her eyes. She had such a wild look in her eyes.
It's so unusual for a young man to be infatuated with a beautiful girl.
Robert's love for Dorothy Northcote was more than infatuation, Mr. Deacon. It was a need. We first met her at the college May ball. I don't know where she came from or even how she got there. But Robert somehow noticed her the moment she entered the hall. When she saw him, she began to mock him with her eyes. It was as though they had made some kind of contact without the need for words. From then on, Robert saw her practically every day. He became restless and tormented every moment he was parted from her. His whole being seemed to change. He even started to quarrel with me, something he'd never done before. He began to react to me, and everyone else around him was some kind of a threat. He was consumed with hate. One night, I decided to follow Robert here to this bridge. From the shadows down there by the river, it was only his reflection I could see, shimmering by moonlight into the water. But there was no mistaking Dorothy's voice.
Why, Robert, I do believe you're staring at me. What is it, my dear? What are you trying to say to me?
I can't live my life without you, Dorothy. You're such a part of me now. My past, present, and future. Take me away with you, Dorothy. I beg you to take me away. Don't you understand? I couldn't bear for you to leave me alone.
Oh, but you will not be alone, my dear. Never again. No one can part us now, Robert. No one.
You are my soul. I am your creation.
Look down into the water, Robert. What do you see?
Darkness. Only darkness.
No, Robert, there is no darkness in the sky. Only light. The moon will protect you, my dearest. Protect you.
Nothing exists. The world doesn't exist. Only you and me. A cloud. I see. I can see a huge black cloud. It's all around me. I can't breathe.
Tell me, Robert, tell me.
There's something there, coming out of the cloud. Two faces. They look so alike, and yet... Oh, no! Oh, take them away from me! Take them away!
Look at the face. I command you to look at the face. What do you see, Robert? What do you see?
It gives me strength. Your strength. Yes. I will follow you to the ends of the earth.
And so you shall, my dearest. And so you shall. Take my hands, Robert. Hold them against your face.
Ooh, so cold. Like ice.
Kiss them, Robert. Kiss the hands that will create you.
Oh, my face! My face!
The fingernails tore into the flesh of his face almost to the bone. When I caught up with him later, blood was still streaming down his collar.
Mr. Griffin, have you ever told any of this to the police?
No, sir.
Why not?
I just felt that anything I told them wouldn't make sense. It all seemed so absurd, so unreal.
Maybe it is unreal. Maybe what we're dealing with here are forces that are beyond law. But the first thing I want to do is to find that girl. Where does she come from?
She lives in the manor of Northcote. It's an old family house deep in marshland up in the Fen country.
Now, you just tell me how to get there, and I'll leave first thing in the morning.
Then I must warn you to take care, sir. For the Northcotes are a hostile, arrogant family who have chosen to live their lives in total isolation. Your visit may not be welcome.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Griffin. If there's someone in that house who knows what happened to my son, then it'll take more than arrogance to keep me from him.
Then you must promise me, sir, that if ever you're in danger, you'll call on my old friend, Professor Daniel Forrester.
Daniel Forrester?
He's an anthropologist who lives in the village of Northcote itself.
Daniel Forrester. Yes. Yes, I'll remember that name. Mr. Griffin, let me shake your hand. I know that Robert will be as grateful as I am for what you have done.
Mr. Deacon, do you believe in the power of evil?
I accept that there is such a thing as evil. But what concerns me most is the nature of it. As a man of faith, I guess I prefer to believe in the power of God.
Then may God go with you to the manor of Northcote, sir. For I fear you may have need of him.
Who's there? Hello? Is anyone there? Where am I? I can't see a thing in this mist. There's so little air. Who's there? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? What? My hand. Something touched my hand. What? Where are you? Keep away from me. Keep away! I can't see you! Keep away. What was that? What was that, a dog? Dog? Oh, no, my God. It's not a dog. Oh, no. Help! Help me, someone! Help me! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Mr. Deacon. Mr. Matthew Deacon.
Who are you?
I am Nicholas Northcote. Come to the house, please. My grandmother is expecting you.
Why have you come here, Mr. Deacon?
No, ma'am, it seems my visit was not entirely unexpected.
Not at all. I heard you were staying in the village. It's common knowledge you are trying to find your way out here. I'd like to know why.
I'm looking for my son, Mrs. Northcote. Where is he?
Your son? I don't understand.
I have information that this house is the last place he came to before he disappeared from Cambridge University.
Oh, yes, the student boy. The police did come here to make certain inquiries about him, but you are misinformed, sir. I do not know your son. If you'd taken the trouble to write to me in advance, you could have saved yourself a pointless journey.
Then perhaps you'll allow me to ask the same question of your granddaughter. Where is she, Mrs. Northcote? Where is Dorothy?
Dorothy is not here. She's away visiting a sick relative in France.
Are you aware that she is the last person to be seen with Robert? She was my son's constant companion.
Deacon, there are many who would consider my granddaughter to be a somewhat beautiful child. It is not unusual for young men to be attracted to her.
These two young people were in love, Mrs. Northcote.
In love? Oh, now, Dorothy's been in love many times, but with no one but herself. You're wasting your time, sir. You have my word that, to my knowledge, Your son has never been to this house.
Well, then perhaps you will tell me why. On the first day after he disappeared, my son was seen arriving with your granddaughter at the village railroad station. Now, are you going to let me talk to that girl? Or do I have to find out what I want to know from the village?
The villagers despise this family, Mr. Deacon. They have always despised it. And they do anything to blacken our name. I cannot allow you to be subjected to their pernicious gossip. For the time, it's better you stay here. I'll send to the village for your belongings.
You're inviting me to stay here in the manor house?
Oh, why not? There's nothing to be afraid of, is there?
That, ma'am, is what I'm here to find out. Fear is the condition of the mind, Nicholas. I suppose you could call it an emotion. A dread of something you hope will never happen. Now, you take me, for instance. There are a lot of things I fear. Most of all, death.
You mean you're afraid to die?
Oh, no. No, but I'm afraid of taking life. That's quite different.
Have you ever taken a life, Mr.
Yes.
Deacon?
Yes, Miss Sybil, I'm afraid I have. But then if you believe in justice as I do, you come to realize that there are some crimes that just have to be punished, whatever the cost.
You have actually sent men to the gallows?
Yes.
And you have no conscience about it?
Oh, on the contrary, my dreams are plagued by the prospect of taking a life that the good Lord has created. But society has the right to be protected from the powers of evil. I guess it's the same in your country as well as our own.
What part of the United States of America do you come from, Mr. Deacon?
Pennsylvania, ma'am.
Pennsylvania? Is that a town?
Oh, no, Miss Sybil. I doubt if you ever heard of my hometown. In fact, you probably couldn't even find it on the map, but I tell you, I think about it. I think about it an awful lot. Especially when the lilacs are in bloom.
And what about the war, Mr. Deacon? Did you have to fight for your state of Pennsylvania in the American Civil War?
Yes, Nicholas. I had to fight. So did a lot of other men. They had to fight and die. Some of them were not even as old as shoes, scrubbed faces, half-grown bristles. Nothing more than boys stepping into men's boots. You see, to us, the enemy was just a different colored uniform, that's all. We shared the same blood. We had the same hopes. I never did understand why I was asked to kill a man when I didn't even know the color of his eyes. But then if you're a man like the late President Lincoln, I guess you'd be willing to sacrifice anything, even your own life, if it's for something you really believe in. Tell me something. How do you manage to run a house like this without servants?
Servants? Even if you get them to come out here, I can assure you they'd never stay.
Oh, why not?
Because it would intrude upon my grandmother's privacy.
Nicholas, what my grandson is trying to say, Mr. Deacon, is that the Northcotts have lived in this house since it was first built. We have always valued our seclusion.
Superstition. That's what keeps them away. They know what this house is and all it stands for.
Either be silent or leave my table, sir.
I do so hate being alone. I like to have fun, to be able to talk to people. This house has become so depressing.
Now, don't be ridiculous, Sybil.
But it's true, Mamma. We're so far from the village, no one ever comes to see us.
Well, now, Miss Sybil, you really don't make it too easy for people, do you? Surrounding yourself with wild dogs and here in the middle of the marshland.
It's not only that, Mr. Deacon. Ever since Dorothy has gone, this house has been like a grave.
Oh? Well, when does Dorothy get back from France?
France? I don't follow you, sir.
Some wine, Mr. Deacon.
No. No, thank you, ma'am. This is Northcott. Why did my coach driver make me walk the last part of the journey up to this house? What did he mean when he said it's not safe for anyone to be out on the marshes after sunset?
And as my grandson told you, Mr. Deacon, the villagers harbor certain superstitions about these marshes. They believe they're haunted by the many victims who perished there.
You're lucky to have survived your journey here at all, Mr. Deacon. A few steps either side of that road, and you'd have found yourself in mud bogs more than 12 feet deep.
From what I heard out there in the mist, was not only the mud I had to fear.
What do you mean?
Young man, I've lived in the backwoods of my own country long enough to know the difference between the howling of a wild dog and the call of a wolf.
But you're mistaken, sir. The wolf is a creature that has been extinct in this part of England for centuries.
Then the question is all the more challenging, ma'am. I heard a wolf.
Nicholas, it's past 8 o'clock. Both the house doors.
I haven't finished my wine.
The doors, please.
Very well.
If you'll excuse me, I have things to do in the kitchen. Good night, Mr. Deacon.
Good night, Mrs. Norton. What are you all trying to hide from me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If Robert and Dorothy were seen together, then I want to know where they went.
I cannot tell you, because I simply do not know.
Dorothy must have talked about the boy.
Dorothy never so much as mentioned your son's name to me. He can't even be sure that they ever met.
But then why won't you let me ask her for myself?
How many times must I tell you, sir? My granddaughter is not here. Sooner or later, you're going to have to accept the fact that your son is dead. Why, even the police have concluded their investigation.
Mrs. Norton, I refuse to believe that my son is dead. Now, I don't know what went on between these two young people, but I promise you, I will never rest until someone tells me the truth.
Then I pity you, sir. For in the journey to truth, there can only be pain.
Mr. Deacon. Mr. Deacon.
Oh, Miss Sybil. Oh, isn't it late for you to be up?
I had to see you, Mr. Deacon. I had to talk to you. There are so many things you should know.
What are you talking about?
Dorothy loved him, you know. She really did love your son.
So he was here. Miss Sybil, why is your mother trying to keep it from me?
No, you mustn't blame her. She has to be strong to protect us.
Now, you listen to me. What has happened to my son? Where is Dorothy?
They used to come here, to the long gallery. It was the only place they thought they could be alone. But they were wrong. There are eyes watching us all the time. Listen to everything you say.
You came here to tell me something, Sybil. What is it?
Dorothy.
Yes, where is Dorothy?
She is such a beautiful child. Oh, so alive, Mr. Deacon, so alive. Oh, it's cold. Oh, will this house never be warm?
Take my jacket.
No.
But you'll catch a chill.
I must go now.
No.
If Mamma knew I was here
No,
talking...
Miss Sybil, don't go. Not yet. Tell me about this gallery, the portraits around the walls. Who are they?
They're my ancestors. Aunts, uncles, cousins, great-grandparents. They're all here. Hold the lamp higher. Do you see how the light brings them to life? Do you see how they mock at us?
The most extraordinary collection of paintings that I've ever seen. Their features. They're all identical. The same color hair, the same fixed expression, and yet it's something more. You can almost feel their hostility. And over here, this vast portrait. What kind of a man is this?
Oh, do not mock at him, sir. Do not mock at John Northcote. It is he who first built this house, nearly 300 years ago.
A house he has never left. Look at it. The most unnatural, the most grotesque features I've ever seen created by an artist. That long red hair down to his shoulders and the same fixed expression, just like all the others. As though he is staring straight out at us.
It is a portrait that was undertaken after the death of John Northcote. It is the face of a dead man.
No, what? Why have you blown out the lamp?
There is no need for light. The moon See how the moon strikes down through the window to his eyes. Look closely at the eyes, Mr. Deacon.
A wild look. Cold, demanding. And his hands. Look at his hands like claws.
He will eat your soul.
The wolf!
Sybil! The next time you disobey my instructions, madam, your door will be locked from the outside. Do you understand? Then go to your room.
Don't bother to lie to me anymore, Mrs. Northcote. My son was here. Your daughter has told me all that I want to know.
My daughter has been a widow too long, Mr. Deacon. It has affected her mind. I must ask you to accept whatever she has told you with the contempt it deserves. Good night, sir.
March 12th, 1883. Northcote Manor is a house of dark shadows. Its gray stone walls tower over the marshlands like a monument to the devil himself. Doors are bolted, and there are iron bars at every window. Plates of raw meat are left outside the house to feed the wild dogs who roam in the night. What secrets are they keeping from me? Everywhere I go, I seem to be a prisoner. Every room is alive with whispers, and I feel an atmosphere of such hostility that I now suspect even my own shadow. And yet, there is something more. Is it the cry of the wolf that is trying to tell me that Robert was here? For I feel the boy's presence everywhere, though he is sitting beside me now as I write. If Robert still exists in living form, which I begin to doubt, then I fear for his sanity. Yes, who is it? Oh, Nicholas. Is anything wrong?
I saw the light under your doors. I thought you might care to join me in a glass of brandy.
Oh, no, thank you. No, I don't drink.
Ah, a man of principle.
Oh, not at all. No, I just don't like it.
I envy you, sir. Alcohol is my only release from this house. Ah, so you keep a diary?
Yes, I was just completing my entry for the day.
You record everything that's happened to you during the course of a day?
And I do my best.
Why?
Well, I suppose you could say that a man who spends most of his time in a court of law has a need to write down the things that he's, well, likely to forget.
I doubt you will ever forget what you see in Northcote Manor, Mr. Deacon. Don't stare at me like that, sir.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess it's just that I'm fascinated by the family resemblance. Your mother showed me the portraits in the long gallery.
My mother is mad. Quite mad. There is madness in all of us here. Did you know that, Mr. Deacon?
What is it in this house that you're all afraid of, Nicholas? Something that you're too afraid to admit, even to yourself?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where is my son, Nicholas?
I don't know, I tell you.
Why is it necessary to have iron bars up at the windows, Nicholas? Is it to stop something from getting in, or to prevent someone from getting out?
Ask my grandmother. She is the only one who answers questions in this house.
Who are the intruders you fear so much, Nicholas? Why won't you tell me?
The only intruders on these marshes are we who live here. It is the dead who watch over Northcote Manor. They watch and despise. I have heard it said that to hear the call of a wolf is to hear the call to one's own death.
I don't believe in superstitions, Nicholas. I only believe in what I know exists.
It's the first night of the full moon. I would advise you to keep the curtains drawn, sir. The light will disturb your sleep. Are you a man of faith, Mr. Deacon?
When you get to be my age, you realize faith is one of the things you can't live without. And it wasn't until tonight that I knew my son felt the same way.
What do you mean?
I found this copy of the Bible at the side of my bed. Shall I read you what it says on the inside cover? To my dear son Robert, from your loving father, April 4th, 1870. I gave this to Robert on his 5th birthday.
If you change your mind about that brandy, I'll be downstairs in front of the fire.
Are you so afraid to sleep, Nicholas?
Northcote Manor is not a place for sleep, Mr. Deacon. It never has been.
Don't be afraid of life, Robert. Don't ever be afraid. God will protect you.
God! Don't talk to me of God. If you want to go to your church, then go, Papa. But as long as I live, I'll never go into such a place again.
The wolf is a creature that has been extinct in this part of England for centuries.
For the love of God, help me!
Robert! Robert! You must be getting old. It's only a nightmare, you know. Only a nightmare. What's going on? Who's there? Who is it? Who are you? What do you want? What do you... My hand! Something touched my hand! I can't see anything. It's so dark. I must get to the door. Who are you? Where are you? I can't see. What do you want of me? Oh, no. Oh, no. Get away from me. Get away from me! Oh, my hands! Hands! Digging into my face! Oh, no, the door is locked! Let me out! Somebody let me out! No! What happened? Gone. Gone, and yet the pressure, I can still feel the pressure. The window. There's something at the window. Balcony. Outside. Who is it? Who's out there? Who's out there, I say? Oh, my God! Help me! Help me! Somebody help me!
Nicholas! Nicholas! Nicholas, where are you? Oh, Nicholas!
What do you think you're doing out here? Now get back into the house at once, madam.
But Nicholas! He's out here somewhere, Mamma. I saw him from my bedroom window.
Stupid girl. How many times must I tell you not to talk of such things?
But it has broken loose, Mamma. Didn't you hear? He tried to get into the house.
Be quiet, I say.
You know what it came for, Mamma. You know.
Yes, Miss Dibble. What did the creature come for? Was it for me? Was I to be its prey? And why was it only your voice that sent that creature racing off into the marshes like a bewildered rabbit?
Mr. Deacon, if you are to remain a guest in my house, you will have the courtesy to respect my wishes. During the hours of darkness, it is unsafe for you to step outside the house unattended. Believe me, I tell you this only for your protection.
And is that why you locked me in my room, then? Was that for my own protection?
You are mistaken, sir. I did not lock you into your room.
Well, then why did I have to break down the door to get out? Take a look at that window of mine up there, Mrs. Northcote. Tell me what kind of an animal is it that has the strength to tear down iron bars as though they were made out of matchwood. What I saw up there in the dark was neither man nor beast. It was of a shape and size so unnatural. The blood in my veins turned to ice.
Mr. Deacon, your life was never in danger. My gamekeeper, Mr. Morris, is employed to protect the house at all hours of the day and night.
What is it he protects you from, Mrs. Northcote? Is it from the wild dogs, for whom you leave out plates of raw meat every night? Or is it from the wolf, a breed of animal that has been extinct in these parts of the country for centuries?
I have nothing more to say to you, sir.
Did this same creature come for my son, Mrs. Northcote? Did it come to that room where I found my son's Bible at the side of my bed?
Good night, Mr. Deacon. Come, Sybil.
Did it come for my son as it came for me, Mrs. Northcote? For if none of you are willing to tell me the truth, then I swear to you, in God's name, I'll find someone who will.
Man into animal. It is a theory that has plagued men of learning for centuries, Mr. Deacon. After all, what is man but an animal? He has paused to walk on his own sense of direction. He lies, cheats, hunts for his food without conscience. And all for one purpose. To survive. Think of the monkey, the baboon, the gorilla. All of them had great ancestors. And yet as we mock at them through the bars of their man-made cage, are we ready to believe that we have progressed into the superior beings we are today? No, sir. We are superior only in objective, not in development. Even Mr. Darwin made that abundantly clear in his recent thesis on evolution.
Man into animal. Are you offering that as serious scientific theory, Professor Forrester?
Well, suppose you tell me what you think it was that tried to break into your room last night.
You're trying to tell me that it was some kind of half-human animal?
The Fenlands have always suffered their share of superstitions, but none more strange or difficult to understand than that of the werewolf.
Werewolf? Werewolf here in the middle of the English countryside?
Oh, we scientists have invented a respectable word for the study, you know. Lycanthropy. The transformation of man into wolf creature. As you can see by my collection of books here, I've been absorbed in the subject since my student days in anthropology at Cambridge.
Now, look, even I know that the origins of lycanthropy are found in the myths and legends of all European folklore. But what you're asking me to believe is that there actually exists a living human being that is capable of physically transforming itself into a wolf.
Even scientists have to accept that there are some phenomena which simply defy the laws of nature. I'll show you what I mean on this wall sketch. Oh, now, is that anything like the creature you saw last night?
My God. It's incredible.
This is no myth or legend, my friend. It's a composite drawing taken from the descriptions of those who have actually seen the wolf creature.
Not a man, and it is no animal. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, it has the skin and hair of an animal, but those eyes. It has such a wild look in its eyes.
A creature whose natural strength is more than quadrupled during the period of transformation. It defies all known scientific laws.
Professor, do you believe in life after death?
That's an odd question. I don't know, really. But I suppose if you believe in God, then you ought to believe that life doesn't end with death. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just thinking, there must be an awful lot of people who have a need to make contact with the life hereafter. I mean, either through grief or as a way of using the dead as a weapon against the living.
Witchcraft?
Witchcraft, black magic, satanic ritual, call it what you will. But believe me, I have seen the effects that all of this can have on the human mind. Ordinary men and women tearing themselves apart because they are indulging in things that they do not understand.
You think some kind of bestial witchcraft has been used to create a phenomenon like the werewolf?
Man cannot create his own image. Only God can do that. But devil worship can create a madness that will make you deny the existence of your own soul. You know, I once met a Red Indian witch doctor who claimed that he was able to make contact with the devil merely by staring up at the moon all night.
The moon?
Stare long enough at a full moon, and you can almost hear it. A voice calling in the night.
Mr. Deacon, I think you should know. The wolf creature is seen only during the hours of a full moon.
Professor, when was the existence of this creature first established?
There are documents in the village church which suggest that the first victim was struck down on the marshes during the time John Northcote was building the manor house. That was back in the early part of the 16th century.
How much do we know about the first John Northcote? I mean, what kind of a man was he?
Oh, quite a tyrant of his day. The villagers are convinced it was Northcote himself who was cursed into a wolf creature by a band of traveling gypsies who had a grudge against him. We can't prove that, of course.
No. But if it were true, if Northcote had somehow been transformed from man into the wolf creature, then it wouldn't be without logic to think of the condition as hereditary.
Hereditary?
Well, why not? It wouldn't be the first time a disease has been passed down from one generation to another, would it? I mean, think of hemophilia, for instance, or any other disease of the blood.
Well, it would certainly tie up with what we know about the family's history of ill fortune. Then, would it mean that there is a werewolf amongst the present generation of Northcotes?
Why else are they so afraid to tell me what has happened to my son?
Mr. Deacon, Matthew, do you still believe that your son is alive?
Daniel, until last night I still hoped. But after everything that's happened, I find it hard to believe that I'll ever see Robert again. But I'll not sleep at night until I know how or why Dorothy Northcote took the boy to that godforsaken house. Until I know why his life had to be sacrificed for something that is just too evil to even think about. Daniel, will you help me?
Ever seen one of these, Matthew? Over here, in the glass cabinet.
What is it?
Take a closer look.
A pistol bullet?
I've been keeping it under this cover for years. It was specially made for me by an eminent London gunsmith. It is of pure silver.
Well, what do you need a silver bullet for?
Legend tells us that only silver will penetrate the heart of a werewolf.
No. Daniel, no, leave it to God.
God can never rid us of a monster that has terrorized us in our dreams, Matthew. One shot. One carefully aimed shot is the only chance we have. But I will not fail you, Matthew. I will not fail you or your son. For with God's help, this bullet will end a legend that has to die. It's Maggie Foster's funeral, God rest her soul. There she goes, down into the grave where she buried her own daughter no more than a month ago. Grief was too much for her.
Her daughter?
The child was 15, Matthew. They found her body out there on the marshes. By the time the wolf had finished with her, there was hardly anything left to put inside the coffin.
Are you telling me this creature feeds on human flesh?
Look around you, Matthew, here in this very graveyard. There's hardly a tombstone that has not been removed, a grave that has not been pillaged. The werewolf hunts not only amongst the living for its food.
Daniel, over there. Look. Where? Oh, over there, behind those trees. Can't you see him? It's Nicholas Northcote.
Northcote? Yes. Where?
He's gone. He's not there anymore.
My dear fellow, you must have been mistaken. The Northcotes had never seen him in the village. Especially at the funeral of an old peasant woman.
But he was there, Daniel. I swear to you, he was there. He had such a strange look on his face. A look of pain. Why, Daniel? Why?
Well, here it is, Matthew. This is our parish church. It dates well back to the early part of the 14th century. Generations of Northcotes are buried in these walls.
Why is it so cold?
Have you ever known a church that isn't cold?
That's what I mean. I've never been inside a house that's crowded so unfriendly. You can feel it the moment you walk through that door. There's nothing ornate about the stonework, no statues, no painting, no expression of love.
Oh, I think you're being a little unfair, old chap. You have to admit there's some rather lovely stained glass affair. Mostly medieval, you know.
Yes. Daniel, that window up there, what is it?
Above the altar, you mean? 16th century. Yes. Beautiful, isn't it? It's St. George fighting the devil beast.
The devil beast? A half man, half wolf, a werewolf.
Come over here, Matthew. I want to show you something. Now, this side of the church is known as the Devil's Walk. To Christians in former ages, it was referred to as the province of Satan. You'll have to stoop down to see the mask. It's buried in the wall.
The mask?
It's the death mask of John Northcote.
How did he die, Daniel? How did all these Northcotes die? Buried with their secrets into the walls? Did the wolf creature claim all their lives?
Who knows? But if a transformation from man into animal is passed down from one generation to the next, it's more likely to manifest itself in a male member of the family. Matthew, what are you staring at? Is anything wrong?
The wall.
Oh, yes. Yes, so it has. Looks as though it's in Latin. Satanus est. Satan lives. What could it mean?
That girl, she's here.
Girl? What girl, Matthew?
Here again. Can't you hear her? Well, you must hear her, Daniel. You must.
I can't hear her.
And that smell, the perfume, it's her perfume.
My dear, now listen to me.
Up there, the window above the altar. Oh, they're here, Daniel. Can't you hear them? Can't you feel the presence? It's all around us. I can't get out of here. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Nicholas, did you hear me? How many times do I have to tell you to keep away from the churchyard, from the village, or from any place where a Northcote is not welcome? Why did you go to the funeral?
It's none of your business. You always treat me like a child. Why must I be locked up here like a prisoner in my own home?
Because you tell lies, Nicholas. Because, like a child, you cannot tell the truth. Why did you leave the house during the night? Where did you go, sir?
If you must know, I went to the lake.
What? You stupid, foolish boy. Don't you realize what you could have done?
Oh, but it was exhilarating, Grandmama. I was free. I was alone. I took up my clothes and bathed in the ice-cold waters of a lake. But I didn't feel the cold. Oh, no. To me, it was like a hot summer's day. I could feel the warm glow of the moon on my body. It gave me strength.
What have you got there? Where did you get that knife?
Why? From the kitchen, Grandmama. You've seen it before, haven't you? It's very sharp. I made quite sure of that. Look, I'll show you.
Nicholas, blood.
My blood is your blood, Grandmama. It's always been like that, hasn't it? But now, I'm strong, and you're weak.
I'm not afraid, Nicholas. Do you understand? I am not afraid. Did you hear what I said? Drop it! Kneel, Nicholas. Now, take the Bible in your hand.
No, please don't make me, Grandmama, please.
Do as I say. Kiss the Bible, Nicholas.
Oh, I can't.
My hands, look at my hands. They're shaking. I can't do it.
Kiss the Bible, my dear. The only way. You know it is. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, we repent our sins.
A wolf creature? Aye, I've seen it all right. Just thinking about it keeps me awake at night. No, it's not myself I care about, you understand, sir. But if anything should happen to my Jessie here...
Well, I ain't scared of no wolf. If we bolt up good at night, I don't see how no harm can come to us.
Mr. Morris, how long have you been working here for the Northcote?
Ever since old Mr. James gave me the job as gamekeeper. These fields used to be full of barley in the old days. I was always out shooting hares. But not no more.
No, why's that?
Because there ain't nothing to shoot at, that's why. Except dogs. And the creature.
I'm always thankful for the rain. It makes us feel safe. Sometimes it's so quiet out there. No birds, no breeze. Just a feeling you're being watched. And I hate the moon.
Mrs. Morris, do you think your husband would tell me about the night he saw the wolf creature?
No, sir. Oh, don't ask him, please. I beg of you.
For time in my life, I'm doing my best to forget her.
Oh, please, Mr. Morris, try to understand. It's terribly important for me to know. Please.
Well, it was years ago. Must have been winter, because I remember the hoarfrost on the trees. I was down by the lake, fixing up my gin traps for the night. It was already dark, and the mist was coming down thick. I started to make my way back toward the cottage. But only when the moon suddenly cut through the mist that I saw her standing there, on the path, right in front of me. Miss Dorothy? She was always one of the most beautiful children I ever saw. Flaming red hair down to her shoulders, with eyes that stared right through you.
Good evening,
Miss Dorothy, what are you doing out here on your own at this hour of night?
I've been for a walk.
You ought to be tucked up in your bed a long time ago.
I've been for a walk all alone.
What will your mother have to say about that, my girl?
I saw my father. He talked to me.
Oh, don't say things like that, Miss Dorothy. Your father's been passed on a long time, you know, yes. Why, I doubt you could even remember what he looks like.
Oh, but I do. He has red hair, just like me. He's very old, much older than Grandmama. A long time ago, he built our house. Did you know that?
What's that? Yeah, there's something in the bushes over there.
You mustn't be afraid, Mr. Morris. I'm not afraid.
Miss Dorothy? Miss Dorothy! Well, come back here, Miss Dorothy! Oh, God! Came away from nowhere. Eyes glaring out of the dark like emeralds. Teeth like rocks. Tarnished with the blood of human flesh. And hair streaming out of his neck and hands and feet, the sight of which would freeze the blood of any man.
Dad, it's all right, Dad. It's all right.
I just ran as fast as I could. I still don't know how I got away, but this isn't one of God's creatures, sir. It's the work of the devil himself.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Morris. I know how difficult that must have been for you. But please, now, tell me all you know about my son and Dorothy Northcote.
They used to go to the lake
Always to the lake.
Yes, go on.
Well, just him and her. They used to sit there for hours, staring at their own reflection in the water, as though they had no need for words. But never till the sun went down. Even when she was a child, she could never bear the sun on her precious skin.
It stopped raining. Oh, please, Mr. Dickon. Look, you ought to be going now. It wouldn't be wise to stay out after dark.
Mr. Morse, if you want these marshlands to be a safe place for you and your wife to live in, if you want to be able to breathe God's fresh air without the constant fear of things unknown, then you must tell me what has happened to my son. Is he alive? Or is he dead?
Matthew, the police knew we were desecrating a private grave in the middle of the night.
Daniel, you don't imagine I like the idea myself, do you? But if what Laura told me is true, if the Northcotts have buried Robert here...
If Robert is here, then what's the use of exhuming his body? It'll only bring you torment for the rest of your life.
No, you're wrong, Daniel. If the boy is here, then at least I'll know that my search has come to an end. All I can do then is to leave him to rest in peace.
Peace? What peace is there for any man when he's not safe, even in his own grave?
Yeah, Daniel. The only thing I regret is that I never did enough for that boy of mine. I paid for his education, his food, his clothes. But perhaps when he needed me most, the judge was just too busy listening to other people's problems. He forgot that he had some of his own.
It's a full moon again tonight. The light's picking out the gravestones all around us. Even the dogs are quiet.
Daniel, wait.